We're good there.
Yeah. We got audio now. Fancy.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pop up the chat.
We're gonna pop it up.
I don't have my personal chat today.
I'll tell you. I'll get up there for you.
I'm just color commentary today.
Give me.
No sound effects. It's gonna
man.
suffer. It's gonna be
All right.
a lot of suffering.
I mean, you got a pretty good run. You've done how many episodes?
I think this is the first one I've ever forgotten my stuff for. Oh man, my arm's going limp.
Oh
'Cause
no!
I think even the earliest ones, you still ran a laptop.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one point where you ran a laptop and about 7 instruments.
I had all those. I had all those analog synths.
Those noisemakers.
There he is. Details by Douglas. 7020. Love to see you. Been a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever
Hope
get to
you're
the
doing.
bottom. Oh, my mom.
Somebody
look at
said
her.
it was a YouTube thing.
Momo FC L99. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on?
I don't know if we ever get to the bottom of that. Besides, it looks very strange.
Yeah.
Oh, that changed. The YouTube changed everything. Yeah.
I can't find anything anymore.
Now YouTube's
So
falling apart.
one day we just noticed that everyone's usernames now had random alphanumeric stuff at the end of it, and a rough Google search told us that it was a way to prevent duplicate usernames. But I don't know how many people have the name Mom of C.
or
Yeah.
other people impersonating.
Carmen
Yeah,
Cam
as well.
not suffering from that.
That's right. That's crazy.
We Googled it quick and it told us that's the way it is now.
Pretty much, it was like,
It's
hey,
literally
Yeah,
all
yeah.
it told
get
us.
used to it.
This is your YouTube now.
Yeah,
Remember how it was the other way? It's not anymore.
no, that's all right.
How's everybody doing in there? Everybody okay? Are we right on time? Oh my God, we're
We're
early.
super early, yeah.
Love that.
That's right. More
It's
time to
perfect.
talk Tedward.
I'm
Yeah.
going to sleep nice and early tonight.
I mean, you had a good day shaping up for you. You had a short drive to and from the mountain.
Yeah. 6 hours of driving.
It's usually more than that, though.
4
No?
hours of snowboarding. Yeah, it was only like 5 hours of driving today.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's a light day.
It's a real 50-50 percentage.
Light work.
Getting close to it.
It's me. On Wednesdays at any ski mountain, it's me and every retired person in that town. It's nobody.
You know what
I'm riding with people that are 75 years old.
I was
I'm like,
telling Stairs that
crazy.
today. I was telling Stairs that today because we're talking about our buddy Blake who bought whatever the pass is. I said, oh, Chuck's got a pass. We can go to various mountains, things like that. And he was saying that Blake can only go on the weekends, but they go like Friday and Saturday. And I'm like, yeah, Chuck usually
Nightmares.
goes on Wednesdays, and he's just there with the locals.
It's me and just like everyone I rode up with lived there. And 80% of them were retired. And I'd be like, yeah, I got 50 days already this year. I'm like, yeah, of course you do.
It's crazy.
50 days. That was
50 days.
What's that? Back days.
Let's
to
go
November.
every day. Let's go every day, dude.
That's crazy.
That's why I can't wait to retire.
Just gonna
Solid.
snowboard every day.
I'm going to throw my phone in the ocean. I'm going to snowboard every day.
It's not a bad way. Definitely gonna throw my phone in the ocean. I don't think I'm.
Yeah,
snowboarding.
that's gonna be the best part. See ya. But yeah,
Translates to everything though, because if you want to go grocery shopping, you want to like. I don't want to
during the
go
week.
anywhere when people are mobbing. Like
yeah, exactly.
I've never understood the Black Friday shopping tradition. I'm
No.
like, that's my worst nightmare.
The first time you get to
Yeah.
like go to the grocery store in the middle of the day on like a Tuesday, you're like, I'll never go back.
Well, that's when old people
I will take a day off of work to go grocery shopping.
old people look at you funny.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, someone found out.
they figured it out.
This asshole. Found
Ideal grocery shopping time. Does everybody have a particular time?
Out. Never.
Well, you got something you're working up over there?
I went to Trader Joe's once. As soon as they opened, it had to be 7 or 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Nobody there. Me and another, obviously, father passed each other in the aisle and just looked at each other, give it the nod.
Quick nod, like
and it was just like, yeah. I was in and out of Trader Joe's 10 minutes. Nobody in the parking lot.
that's like
So yes, early as soon as the
Early
place
morning.
opens.
That's hands down the best. And then there's some grocery stores that do not allow you in unless you're above 65.
Yeah, prove it.
my dad was a big fan of those.
I'll
'Cause
limp
you could
around.
go even earlier. They would do like the first like hour they were open was like for the elderly or whatever.
Early bird. Yeah.
Early bird,
Early
whatever.
bird.
And he'd be like there at 6 a.m. ready to go. He's the greatest.
Only when he qualified or early?
Not really. You know.
Attaboy. Attaboy. What
Which
are
is,
you
which is
gonna do?
crazy because he doesn't look his age anyway.
Yeah.
So
Right, that is true. What do you like?
What are you gonna do? I'm the guy with the gun.
I don't care.
the 9 p.m. grocery shopping,
9 p.m. grocery shopping is out of control.
that's pretty good. I wonder if are they restocking at
They're
that
stocking,
point?
yeah. You're out there helping stock.
So you might be
discounts.
getting the good stuff.
I do this for the gym too. Like I go to the gym either at like 11 or 12 in the middle of the day,
Perfect.
or I go at 8 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you go
2 o'clock,
peak hours by any means,
all the
crazy.
cool high school kids who are training for
5
whatever,
Yeah,
p.m.
they are
must be
scary.
yeah.
They're scary. 5 p.m. Holy shit! These are people who don't want to see their kids. These are people who don't want to go home. These are people who are skipping dinner.
That's
Yeah.
the worst. Yeah,
Yeah,
5
like-
p.m.'s just basket cases.
Yep, they're crazy.
Hey, right, like 2, 3 o'clock. Those are like gangs of children that just kill people.
Yeah, they're scary. They're huge. And this is the thing. You cannot tell me that like 60% of America's youth is not on some kind of testosterone.
Oh, everybody's fired up.
Like gear. These guys, unbelievable. They're huge.
They're
I'm
the
like, you are,
scariest.
there's
Yeah.
people that I'm like, I'll look at their t-shirts thinking like it's ironic. It's like, oh, like Hopkinton lacrosse. And I'm like, aha. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like an active high schooler. That kid's like 220.
It's like a
Currently on
physical dude.
HGH,
I'm like, how is this possible?
Dude, it's
and I'm
true.
afraid of him. Like,
Nobody's
terrified.
natty out
My
there.
son stood up the other day, and I'm like, in my mind,
which
like,
one?
Preston, dessert boy, and I'm like, this dude's big. That's all I could think. I said in my head, I said that I had to like puff out my chest and let him
Yeah.
know, like, yeah, man, chill,
Yeah, but let's sit
relax a
down.
little bit.
He's marching
Like,
around your house.
yeah, but I'm like, this kid's fucking big.
What are you doing, little man? Just hit him with a little man complex. Just get him bigger.
Yeah.
You be a big man once you break 250.
How about the other one? Is he bulking up?
Impossible.
No, poor kid.
That's
His
his skin
diet-
and bones, dude.
His diet consists of Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's every day.
You think he'd be 300 pounds?
Doesn't
Nah, it's
gain an ounce.
It's destroying the inside of his body.
Dude, I'll tell you, the kid's absolutely shredded. He's this June will be a full year out of high school. So
Okay.
high school graduate, went in the trades as a welder. So he's constantly lifting
active.
shit. He's
Yeah.
doing stuff all day. That's probably part of the problem, right? He's very active at work.
That's true.
for
Yeah.
8 hours a day. So he's just burning calories. I don't know what he typically has for lunch. He was packing himself a lunch, but he might go out now. But he starts his morning off with a giant refresher and a big Dunkin' sandwich.
70 grams of sugar. Just-
And then every day he
Just
comes
riding a
home
wave.
with McDonald's and some sort of milkshake or some frosty
one
thing.
day he's gonna hit a wall.
He's going to hit 30 and his metabolism's going to shut off.
Just the recipe for ulcerative colitis.
It's
He's just like, yeah, why is there a hole in my gut?
He just like, and he eat most of the time. If my wife or I cook dinner, he'll eat that dinner as well.
So he brings himself home dinner, and then he's
And
like,
then
"I'll take that as well."
I'll have some of that
If it
too.
ain't genetically modified,
And
I
just
don't want it.
nothing. Again, shredded. Kid's absolutely shredded, but just cannot gain muscle mass or
I
any
want to know what
mass.
the blood work looks like on a kid like that. I want to know LDL, HDL.
Right,
I want to
right.
see some numbers.
Yeah,
attached
yeah.
to
Peak.
this. I
What's
wanna know
he
what
got?
are those triglycerides
What's he
looking
got?
like? Let's
Right.
take a look at that.
Yeah, it's wild. So you have him, and then Preston, who's huge, just tall,
Your man's
giant.
blood's got to be straight syrup. Just dries
He's
up.
like, hey, those waffles look dry.
And we've been like he's 19 now, or will be 20 this summer. And I don't want to shy away from being like, yeah, man, you should not drink so many of those energy drinks. But he's also drinking the energy drinks these days too. So it's
The energy drinks are bad for you.
like, come on, man.
He's
Yes.
chasing the dragon.
Yeah, he certainly
Well,
is.
that's what's
certainly
crazy is like I drink a lot of coffee, but coffee is a bean that
It-
we
right.
are just pouring some hot water over and extracting its delicious goodness,
Mhm.
natural goodness. Everybody I know who is under 30 only exclusively drinks like Red Bull, Monster, whatever, and I'm like, that's not the same.
No,
Yeah.
It also has
No.
caffeine. I'll give you that.
That's
hard to
made
get
in
the-
a lab.
It's hard to get the taurine out of coffee.
Unbelievable. I know. You gotta
Really?
you can eat a blowtorch and a spoon for that.
You got to get that taurine.
Really break down those
Yeah.
beans. And then but yeah, we got a lot of problems. Not us directly, but the
Yeah,
humanity.
sure,
I think
Yeah.
humanity.
We're gonna spend a lot
Yeah.
of time talking about the world on this one.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all right.
Hey, it's the world we live in.
Sometimes. Let's get about 3 Red Bulls in you.
Rich in the chat, our good friend Scott Norton, his diet consists of
They're drinking
chicken
chemicals.
tendies and
That's Corey's mom speaking the truth. They're out there drinking chemicals.
Yeah.
Scott's a big Diet Mountain Dew guy, so
Big do guy.
yeah, it's true. What's that thing in Diet Coke?
Fridge sticks.
Aspartame.
Yeah,
Aspartame.
Yep.
That's it.
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm drinking
It's
Diet
so
Dr.
good.
Pepper.
That's like a special treat for me. That's like if I I love a Diet Coke. That's one of those
Diet
weird
Coke
things.
hits.
Oh my god.
DC's huge popularity.
The old fridge
You
sig.
see, yeah, it's hard to
It
beat.
is.
Yeah.
Weren't they going to pull it? I thought they were going to pull it because of the aspartame.
The guy who speaks with a real crazy voice,
Yeah.
he was going after it.
He just came after my monster.
Yeah. Then he went after cereal. I don't know if anything ever happened with cereal.
He's cool with ferments, though.
Yes.
Little bat urine.
A little picky choosy.
Yeah. Fermented bat urine, nothing like it.
You want me to play the intro?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get over here. We'll get over there. We'll count it down. Pull that up.
Is it going?
There you go.
You pull my headphone levels down just a touch.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, this is gonna
I'm
be
going to
loud.
turn my
right
voice
here.
way up.
It's gonna be a little loud right now. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hu
Hello.
and Corey.si.
Hello.
In the big chair today, we have our good friend, Mr. Tedward.
Hey, guys.
He's here. He's always driving cool stuff, living his life, has an opinion. We love that. We're here to talk to him. That's what this episode is about. Before we get rolling on speaking to him, you can go to our website, revivemotoring.com. Sign up for the B4B. We won't even get into that, but if you
I'm
are
not telling you.
a listener of the show, you'll know what that is. It helps us out. We appreciate that. And then find some of our merch on the website where you can purchase yourself a shirt, a hat, sweatshirt, all that good stuff. So do that. We appreciate it. We thank you. All that good stuff. Let's get right into it. Thank you very much for joining us.
Anytime.
It truly has been always is a pleasure to talk to you. I've been meaning to get you in here again over the past few months. I know we touched base a couple times and just never made it happen. Then I finally reached out a couple days ago, and you're like, "Yeah, Wednesday works. Perfect."
I always sound cooler than I am when you message me. You're like, "Hey, can you come in?" And I'm like, I'm busy." It's always like the one time that I'm actually not sitting around, like not doing anything. And
No.
I'm like, you don't understand.
No, you're always out and about. You keep yourself busy,
Trying.
even in the winter, which is tough to do, especially car related. Whether it's going on trips or just seem like hanging with friends, going to different places, but you always kind of find yourself at certain car things. One that you were recently at. Want me to turn this down a little bit too?
I'm good.
Okay. One that you were recently at, I believe the launch of the new Prelude.
Oh, yeah.
That must be-
Controversy.
Okay. Really?
People are so salty about Prelude, man.
It was divisive.
It's so crazy. This isn't what I wanted. And I'm like, you didn't ask for this ever. I've never heard you speak about a Prelude. And I've been around since 99. And you guys weren't talking about anything. And then suddenly this car comes out and everyone's like,
Yeah.
Angry.
Honda doesn't listen. I'm like, the thing is so... Okay, anyway, we'll get into it. But it's just wild. People are like... It's like a 4-letter word. Saying Prelude, people like lose their minds.
Right.
Does Prelude have like a deep heritage that I'm not aware of?
It does. 1978 or 79 was the first Prelude.
No way.
I drove every generation.
So that's what was the cool part was they were all on display.
This was such cool video.
Oh man,
How did you line this up?
that is like the just from that is the cleanest one on earth.
It's ridiculously clean.
The Honda Heritage Museum brought up every generation of Prelude. So we had a 79, and then after this, the 83.
the steering wheel.
And that was probably the greatest shifter I felt like almost ever. Second gen
way.
Prelude. I couldn't believe this. That was one of my favorite things. Automatic third gen from 88, my birth year car. But that's the thing that I used to see everybody driving. when I
Yeah,
was a
those are
kid,
the big hitters.
Super low, super flat, kind of cat-like looking things. Fourth gen, that's a car I only knew from Gran Turismo and
Yep.
had only seen maybe a couple in the wild.
Wow, look at the dash.
It's a 4-wheel steer, not a VTEC.
I
so
remember
it was
those,
a
yeah.
AJ23. This one was the 99 5th gen where we get VTEC into the game. I mean, I guess the later 4th gens had it, but ATTS, so it could torque vector left to right, which apparently is very expensive to fix. And then this is the car, the much maligned 6th generation 2026, where everyone's pretty mad, but it's got a Type R suspension, Type R brakes, 12.8-inch rotors up front, 4-pot Brembos. I mean, the thing was hanging a G in every corner on a 235 section tire. And people are like, not my Prelude.
What is everybody so angry about?
They don't like that it's a hybrid.
Okay.
They don't like that it doesn't have a traditional transmission of any kind, because it doesn't have a transmission. It's not even CVT. It's 90% of the time it's directly driven off of the electric motor. And then in certain situations when the Atkinson's 4-cylinder is most efficient on the highway, it can direct drive. So it'll close the clutch and it'll just direct drive the front wheels. And that's the same tech that we've got in CRV Hybrid, that we've got in Civic Hybrid and Accord Hybrid, all that stuff. It's the typical but it's got 200 horsepower, about 200 pound-feet of torque, or maybe 223. I forget the number exactly, but it's more than the 1.5 liter turbo that's in the SI. So it's smoother and it's faster. But because there's no clutch pedal, everyone's like up in arms.
Just angry.
It gets like 40, 45 miles per gallon.
Which is crazy.
It's pretty comfortable because, like I said, it's got Type R suspension, but it's tuned down even more soft than the Acura Integra Type S.
Yep.
So when you're commuting in this thing, it's like pretty fantastic. It's really relaxing. But everyone's mad about the price, and they have the right to be mad at the price because it's $42,000, $43,000. But, you know, we kind of elected that price because the tariffs are the reason it's not a $37,000 car.
Right,
It's made in Japan, unlike the Civic Hybrid, which would be, that's in Ohio. And I think it's a Canada-Ohio collaboration build. But, yeah, I mean, that's the problem is it's because it's a Japanese-made car, the price goes up.
Yep.
And I don't know, but it was cool to see the heritage. I'd only driven one 4th-gen Prelude, and it was a real ratty example of it. I still found it charming just because I'm a Honda nerd. But yeah, I mean, it was neat to go out and drive every single one.
That's just
especially mint condition.
Yeah.
Honda Heritage ones.
They were
My
unbelievable.
God.
Some of the cars had 400 miles on them.
That's crazy.
A million you drive them?
Yeah.
Wow. Where were you driving them?
Oceanside, California.
Nice.
So it's just north of San Diego.
That's killer.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's like, and it's so weird because that's when I got laid off in 16 from my like big travel crazy corporate job that I had. The first place I went was Oceanside, California. My friends who I had used to work with, they had also left the company, and they had an extra condo in Oceanside. They were like, go crash. And so I spent like a month there.
Yep.
And just like set up shop, and I drove different cars, and I was filming stuff, and like that's kind of like where I
really where it launched.
Like it began. Yeah. So it was wild. Then like this came up, and they said where it was going to be. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like these are the old stomping grounds.
Local.
It's unbelievable.
You posted a photo with that crew. You got to hang out with that crew, right? Because some of them were still there a little bit. Yeah.
Memory.
Yeah.
So David and Najwa, these are like two people that I worked with, and we traveled the world together. Like we were in Bangladesh and Vietnam and Indonesia, and like we'd party like crazy in Hong Kong and stuff. And David was my first boss in that company, and then Naj was like a coworker. And so at one point we were in Hong Kong, we're in a cab, and I just like kind of noticed the way they were interacting with each other on our way home from these bars. And I'm like, wait, are you guys dating? And they had been dating for like 6 months to a year at that point. They were like flying to Shanghai to see each other and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, it was
yeah.
so funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now they're married. They got 2 great kids. And
that's great.
So they're like, it was so cool because like they're the only people that I can confirm the insanity that job was with.
Right.
Sometimes I'm like, am I imagining this? Like, am I making shit up?
Yeah.
And then you'll like bounce a story off of them, and they'll add to it, and you're like, okay,
Like, oh no, you forgot this part.
that happened. But yeah, so that was really cool. It was really special to be out there.
So Honda's left some room on the table for that Prelude as well, right? I'd imagine.
I don't
for
know.
some
So-
up, higher tier, or is there even a spot for it?
I don't think they're going to do it.
Okay.
I think they're going to let it be what it's going to be. I think they need to let the dust settle with the enthusiasts, because I'm a strong believer that what we see on the internet as feedback is not the general population.
Yeah.
Gen Pop
absolutely
doesn't care what the internet says.
Right,
They
right.
think, hey, that's a cute car.
Yeah.
So they might buy
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Like, that's
Yeah.
it. And the average cost of a new car is $50,000 right now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So even though it might be expensive for a Prelude,
Yep.
it's not expensive for a car. And the other thing is there's nothing like it. So if you're trying to play the game of Prelude doesn't make any sense at this price because I could buy XYZ, which really means BRZ, 350Z, or there's a couple other cars that it like isn't even in that category. Like I don't. It sort of looks like it should be in that bucket, but I just don't think it is. So that's like the only reason I find myself compelled to defend it is just because I think it is a unique space and it's its own thing. And I think we need to celebrate a little oddball diversity in the crew, because when you go to a Cars and Coffee right now, if someone rolls up in a Gen 1 Insight, Someone rolls up in a CRZ. Those were both cars that were kind of looked down upon in real time when they were in period.
Yeah, for sure.
And now you're a connoisseur when you bring that in.
Fine taste.
And they're like, how come they didn't sell more of these? It's like, because you were the keyboard
nobody-
warrior
right.
telling people they're morons if
They
they
sat
did.
Right.
on lots.
Yep.
Drag them through the mud
So,
the entire
yeah.
time they were available.
There's a lot wrong with it in certain ways, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm always going to be the person that just says, go drive it and tell me you didn't have fun. I had so much fun driving that car. And that's the thing. I don't really need much else to tell me.
Right. If that, yeah, it's pretty hard to argue with
I
that.
had a good time.
I mean,
It is an interesting. Sorry, Corey. It is an interesting place where this sits, right? Because it looks sporty. It looks like, again, it should be comparable to the BRZ, 400Z, etc. But then at the same time, 40-something miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
Not exactly a driver's car, if you will, but
Only
still
200 horsepower.
fun.
I think in a corner it is a driver's car. Like I found myself really just pushing it as hard as I could and having a good time with it.
Yeah.
Like it drives like a Honda. It does its Honda thing, and it does it. The only thing that's weird is the only thing that's unbalanced about it is it has too much chassis and has too much brakes because it doesn't have enough power. So you're playing this weird game. But like, guess what? Race cars are usually slow in a straight line.
Right,
And
right.
you go to any race where someone is actually like racing a Corvette at Grid Life or something. That Corvette has to dyno like 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
Like there are significant restrictions on those cars. So they might sound really loud, but like those are drivers making them go fast, not engines.
Right. It's not, you're not making up for it.
So if you play like the momentum game, I think the car becomes really fun. But yeah, so I mean that was that. Yeah, I mean I'll take a ton of shit for even.
Not
saying
everybody needs a
anything.
race car, right? I mean, if you just want something that's 200 horsepower, gets great mileage, and looks cool as hell,
Yeah.
that seems like a selling point.
And they're like, oh, it looks like a Prius. I'm like, do you remember what everyone said about the Prius when it came out? They were like, oh my God, it looks like a Ferrari 296. And now they're mad that the Prelude looks like a car that looks like a 296.
those new Priuses, though, those look incredible.
Yeah, New Prius was awesome.
Gorgeous.
Those look unbelievable. I always like to play this game. I know it's not a real marker, but like the VTEC version of a 4th gen Prelude was 26 grand. That's equivalent to $55,000 today.
Bingo.
So technically, kind of a deal.
It's a deal, right?
And
Kind of a deal.
That was the one thing that like I feel like I got a real privileged opportunity to drive every generation because I got to actually understand what the Prelude was.
Right,
Because
where
it's-
it's slotted. It wasn't supposed to be a race car.
No, it was a
it's
grand touring car. It was pretty comfy. It was the only thing that this car I feel like misses out on is I don't think it has some like major innovation because the original cars you'd get like 4-wheel steering.
Yeah,
Because
I was gonna say what I remember of the Prelude was the 5th gen SH.
Yep.
I almost bought one. It was
Yes.
just like in the iconic black color, and it was what it was. But like that's my extent of Preludes. Was that?
The 3rd gen was the first production car to have 4-wheel steering.
Yeah.
Then they had, then VTEC enters the chat and you get these like all kinds of cool, crazy technology that like they debuted in these cars. And like 4th gen, 5th gen, especially 4th gen feels so substantial. Like you get in that car and you're like, this is like a car. Like
Right,
this isn't a
right.
tin can.
Right.
And I think that's one thing that like maybe this misses out on a little bit just because it's so heavily based on that 11th gen global platform.
Yep.
For like Civic. So it feels a little Civic-y in certain ways, but I mean, look, it's like we aren't getting much from anybody.
Yeah.
And I think all we're doing is walking around celebrating outrageously expensive luxury cars or sports cars that none of these keyboard like praisers are even going to touch. Like I'm excited about Corvette ZR1X.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, right.
I'm not paying 200 grand. It's a bargain for someone else.
Right. That does bring up a good point. We always harp on this or go back or talk about this as a topic. What's our favorite decade, right? Different things, whether it's early 2000s, but there's that mix that we do not have of economic fun. Like a lot of those cars that we refer to in those decades, you could afford and they were still cool.
Yeah.
And we just kind of get the not cool. Our wins are very sporadic, but they're still all expensive.
Nostalgia is a really powerful drug.
It certainly is.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people remember things incorrectly.
Kind of like I think the Prelude.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think of Prelude as being like a little bit of a hot boy car, and in some ways, like maybe, but I don't know. When you drive them, you're like, this is just a really nice place to be.
I was gonna
And
say, yeah,
feel
I don't
classy
think
and elevated.
I don't think Honda's aiming for that. They certainly were not aiming for that with that car.
No, and the other problem is, the subculture took over Honda's reputation because Honda's reputation became like
Nopey Nationals.
Absolutely.
And,
I mean, that wasn't Honda.
Yeah.
Honda built good cars that were reliable. People figured out like this block could take a little boost.
Right.
That was accidental.
Let's throw some cement in this
They
thing and
weren't
see what we
like
get.
creating some secret sauce for you to decode like an Egyptian hieroglyphic to find out like, hey, actually, this compression ratio is pretty decent for what you're about to do on the blower. They didn't care.
Right.
They toyed with it later, which is funny because the times when they did acknowledge it was like a supercharged CRZ. Okay, like that's actually them acknowledging, like, "Hey, we're kind of cool,"
Right. That does raise a good point. When they were designing Type R's and Type R stuff, it wasn't to, oh man, we're gonna have millions of people sought after this shift knob across the globe. No, it was just I don't know what they were thinking, but it wasn't that.
No, and I mean, I think they were just to me, Honda's always been a handling company, and they make chassis that can take abuse. Along the way, they figured out how to rev to God, and they made great engines. And I do, of course, I want to be in a world where we get 9,000 RPM 2 liters. That's better.
Yeah,
I agree. I would rather have 168 horsepower at 9,000 RPM than 250 at 6. Like that's just my brain. I like that.
Yep.
But we have to kind of make some understanding of like the world we live in and what we're going to get for the money. And if if for example, a revival, perfect, a revival of like a 9,000 RPM 4-cylinder Civic comes back, it will be done under the guise of a single type of brand. Yeah. And it will cost $250,000.
Yeah. Right. Because no manufacturer is they're not going to do that. Yeah. Their goal is to sell cars. Right. Not please the internet.
And
unfortunately.
no matter what people are saying and on in the comments section, I guarantee you my mother does not read the comment section of a car and driver video or something. Like that's not happening. She just does not know that Edmunds even has a YouTube channel. Yeah. Which actually I really love their hosts. Good job, Clint. But the idea that like keyboard worrying this car is going to damage it significantly, like I don't know that the people who this car is for care about the reputation. They don't notice. Because this isn't like all the people that I've seen complain about it. I'm like, you recognize this isn't for you, right?
Yeah, not even remotely.
Like they're complaining about like an early bird special and they want to party till 2 a.m. They're like, don't go there. Yeah. This is for your grandma, or this is for like, I was
going to say, so your mom is a good example. She could, however, be out and about and see the thing drive by and go, oh, I like that.
Nice car.
But that's about it. Right. It just,
It's a used G35 crowd that's complaining about it. It's true. Complaining about everything.
I saw quite a few of those on 195 on my way down here.
Oh, yeah. Sound good. Open them up.
I bet you sent it to Thunderdome for them.
It's the epicenter.
But yeah, I mean, I think what's interesting is like I'm trying to figure out the realistic expectations of people, and I think this is kind of a symptomatic of just like kind of wanting everything, but not actually wanting to live the life of the thing that we want. Because look, I own an E39 M5 and my old 911 and stuff. I don't want to drive those every day. I want to drive my Lexus. Right. I want to drive my Civic Type R. Like I want to drive cars that like have Apple CarPlay like on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. But when I'm talking about like, what's my favorite thing? Like I'm going to tell you some like raw, nasty, like just brutally tactile thing. But I can tell you, you put me in like, the other day, I just published a video today of this 4-cam 356 Carrera GT. It's like $1 million car. It's a Furman 4-cam. It's a race engine. This car raced at Sebring in like 1957 or 58 or whatever. Like it has pedigree. And people pay big money for this kind of stuff, and it's a dream to drive. But you think I want to take it here?
Right.
Like, no.
Right. Deal with that in traffic, just getting here, and
it's 27 degrees out.
Yep. Yeah. Put me in an appliance, but then I'm like, oh, the appliance is a little too boring. Then you put me in an appliance that gets 45 miles per gallon, has a Type R suspension, brakes like an MF, and like just does stuff that you can't believe. And you're like, oh, this is a compromise I didn't know I wanted.
There's that fun when you want it, essentially.
Because like I think people aren't honest with how they actually drive. I drive up the Mass Pike every day to go into Waltham and like, get the cars that I get.
Yep.
there's like 1 or 2 turns I get every day on my like 80 miles back and forth. And do I want to get 9 miles per gallon in the coolest car ever just to hit those 2 turns? No, give me 40 fucking miles per gallon, and I will just enjoy those 2 turns in the Prelude because I didn't brake.
Yeah.
Let me just have that.
You don't need GT3 RS performance in the corners for 2 corners, a couple times a week.
Maybe it is just because I'm pushing 40, I'm 37 and I'm getting older, and that's just the deal. But like, I don't think I would have liked that as a kid either, because I always, and also people like to really typecast their interests as like, I like this one kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, that's so boring. Because you can put me in the EG hatch and you can put me in a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and I promise you I'm smiling in both cars.
Yeah. I always, even now, the more I get older, like the diehards of Chevy till I die. It's like, all right, cool, but there's other cars that are cool. Like, and people who can't even acknowledge that. It's, again, very tribal, right? But it's like, no, I like German cars, and I also like some American cars, and hey, I now drive a truck. I like that. So it's okay to, enjoy things across the board.
My uncle Steve was like a big hot rod guy, and he was always American cars. He had he was a Mopar guy growing up. He always had Roadrunners, and then he, then he had a 72 454 Vet, which he sold to my dad when he needed to buy a house because he was having a kid. And then we still have that car. Then he had a Fox Body Mustang. Then growing up, I remember him coming in like, always driving like a Lincoln, like a Mark 8 or like, But like those cars, he'd come in and he'd always be like, that piece of shit's not running and this and that. And then I remember probably from like the last 20 years, maybe 30 years, he just switched to Nissans and was like, oh my God. And he was like, and
it works every day.
He bought like a 97 Maxima, and he was like, this is the best fucking car I've ever owned. It's so fast. And he like couldn't believe it. And he was just like one of those dudes that probably would have been like saying like racist shit about those cars.
Right.
Until the day he drove it.
Do you know you can pass in the breakdown lane?
It has the power.
No one even says it.
They expect it.
Yeah.
So it always baffles me when I'm like, just drive stuff, man. Like you gotta drive everything. You gotta see, because the other thing is, I think people don't even realize the things they would hate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've had the privilege of driving so many people's dream cars and having to break it to them. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think you really want to spend this money on that
The
car.
poster was good enough.
Yeah, you should keep that poster.
Yeah, like that hot take. If you only like one brand, you're not a car guy. There is something enjoyable about like all cars. It's like when you travel, you get a rental car and you get like
I just get
whatever.
stupid shit.
And it's like the enjoyment
different.
of like just being in something different for a short period of time, identifying, I like this, I like that, I'm surprised about this. This did not surprise me at all. That's awesome. There's enjoyment in every single car. I got like a Kia Rio and like a Aruba one time. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever driven.
I remember driving like a Chevy Cruze once on like Blue Ridge Parkway down in North Carolina as a rental, and I was like, it was balanced.
Like I am a race car driver.
You could like just like trail brake slide that car into corners and then power your way through it. I was like,
awesome.
what the fuck? This thing's nuts. I had no idea.
No, different cars are the best. Honestly, I remember the first time I drove a K car, and I was like, this is fucking insane. I thought it was a high horsepower guy.
What about the FCP day? We went to FCP, and they were like, hey, here's this Mercedes C300.
Here's a Mercedes C300, totally stripped out manual. And I was like, I would never even get in one of these.
Nate Vincent's car?
Yeah.
One lap around, I was like, I got to do one of these. This is out of control.
Where can I buy one?
Yeah, that thing's out of control.
Oh, so much fun.
Did Nate drive you in it?
No, they let us drive it.
Nate drove
They
us
let
in
you
the,
drive it?
Yeah, then he drove us in the Cup car.
Oh my God, I've never even driven that. Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was,
It was years and years ago.
A few years ago now.
started.
Yeah, they did the TCR Cup cars ride along, and then they did.
Nate drove us in the TCR Cup car. That was ludicrous.
It was like vendor
Volkswagens,
appreciation
right?
day.
Yeah, oh, those are nuts.
I don't know why we were at.
Vendor appreciation. Someone pulled some strings, dude. Got us in there.
But yeah, that was unbelievable. But it's like you see at the time, it was like the least special. The C300, it was everywhere,
And it was
like
so
the hairdresser
good.
car, whatever
Yup.
else stigma you want to attach to it. And then you get in this, and you're like, I mean, I am Stig.
Yeah,
This is a driver.
everything's the best. Then you drive a '90s Lexus or a 2000s Lexus truck, and you're like, never mind. This is it.
This is the rest of my life.
Yeah.
This is my identity.
Oh, potholes? Not a problem.
When's the last time you drove your M5?
Since before I left for Colorado, it's been like 3 weeks since I've driven that car. Have you seen
No,
Island, dude?
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's like you don't even think about it.
To be fair,
No,
I
I
saw
wouldn't.
a Wrangler with a flat tire coming on
Dude,
146, and I was like, oh boy, I got to start looking out.
Who
Oh
was
my
it?
God.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Stairs today, and I'm just like, dude, the roads are destroyed.
Insane.
Just destroyed.
I'm driving around with 33s dodging potholes. First time in my life.
Unreal.
Crater
Doesn't
level.
make sense, dude.
Crater potholes.
Well, and that's
I'm
another
gonna
thing.
start
is
airing down.
I started like off-roading and stuff. Like, Firestone will take me out on these camping.
So, and this is this is what really sparked. Like, oh man, I got to talk to him, because the video, it's probably 8 months oldish now, or something like that.
Maybe even less. Yeah, I guess it was over the summer. So yeah, it was like probably like August. Or
It was something.
Yeah.
Again, the algorithm for whatever, I didn't see it
Yeah.
until, well, actually, I know the coincidence. I was looking at Ford Ranger stuff,
There you
right?
go.
So there we go.
Yeah.
So that's
Ranger
why.
guy.
And you got to go with Firestone with your friend out there in his Ranger Raptor. You
Yes.
drove from Detroit, and that really sparked, like, I watched the Firestone trip, and I'm just like, this is the fucking coolest.
Dude, they hook it up.
It's so rad.
All right, there's a couple levels to this. The first level is they take us to the most outrageous places. So I did this in the Cascades like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep.
And it was unbelievable. This time we went out to Bighorn, Wyoming.
Come on.
And like they choose these locations, they've scouted them, and they have the most experienced people you can imagine who have like basically figured out what this trip is going to be. So you go out there, like if I went out there, I would have died. I don't think I come out of this. I
To
think
just go out on your right. Yeah.
the first climb, you're
Yep.
like, we shouldn't be going here. This is so
Seems like a bad idea.
really dangerous what we're doing. Like if I was by myself, I would have probably already been like, maybe we just go to the hotel. Like I would have been done like immediately. But they're like, nope. Josh and Nick said that we need to meet them at the top of this thing, and that's where we're starting. So
and they gave you just coordinates, right?
Yeah.
Longitude, latitude.
Yep.
And it was funny because in the video, again, the very, very early, Topher, right?
Yes.
Topher. Okay. You and Topher are just like, where is it? We're here. It's supposed to be right here. But like one way you look, it's the Badlands, and then you look left and like, oh, there's some tents down yonder.
was-
It's over there.
that was a 20-minute search. And we were like, we are so fucked. I'm like, Chris, look at it again. And he's like, I don't know. I don't have any service. This is a downloaded map. And I put the coordinate in the downloaded map. And we're like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. And we're looking around and it's like a plane. And so it's like, there's no elevation change on the plane that we're on anymore because we climbed to the plane. And then I'm just like, I mean, look, I can see for 100 miles in every direction. I don't see fucking anything. And so we just started driving, and there was like the slightest bit of a hill, and it was blocking their tents. So we started driving away, and then I saw a glimmer of something, and then we go and we see like 10 other trucks out there. We're like, all right, great. But they bring along these guys, Overland Cookery. And they cook us like they used to bring a trailer, so they would have like some wild truck and then a kitchen trailer on off-road tires, and they would drag it through the most vile shit we put. Like I'm like, how am I struggling in a truck and you're
Pulling a trailer?
This time they fit it all in a Dodge Power Wagon somehow. It's
Love that.
Unreal. But they just hook it up, and every campsite we were out for 5 nights, and they just cook like unbelievable meals for us. So it's like we get there, they start unpacking, we start making camp, and then it's like just a bunch of random people hanging around, like telling stories and enjoying the day and each other's companies. Like we're so far off the track, like nobody has any kind of
distractions.
There's no distraction. Your phones are useless.
Yeah.
People had Starlinks, and we were like, nah, I don't even really want the password.
It's not that big. Yeah.
I was like, I just want to be here.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like life is so stressful and exhausting, and sometimes you forget to just like be and actually breathe and look around you. And it's really hard to get yourself in that moment, because I feel like the way you lose that is the same way you lose like the Christmas spirit, like from when you're a kid. It's hard to feel Christmas when you're an adult. It's hard to really recognize that. But the same goes for that feeling of awe. Like I'm sure your parents brought you on some vacations or some, like, even if it was little, just like, hey, come check out like this bridge or this view or this, whatever. And you go, oh my God, like I didn't know they made them like this. You just see something that like blows your brains apart. Like I try to just put myself in those positions more and more now, because I'm like, that's the thing that centers me. That's the thing that like makes me not want to die.
Right. Because there's things you can
like,
enjoy
God,
so much. Right.
Like, God, it's just, it's hard.
Adventure like that is just, amazing.
Yeah.
I legitimately was almost cry laughing at a moment there. I think it was the first night. as you guys were staying on that plateau there, a rain and windstorm hit.
Yeah.
And I sent you a message just saying, dude, I'm legit laughing out loud because it's just the screenshot is you, I think, looking out the tent or something like that, and the tent's like sideways.
It's
like
so-
enough where you can see the wind is like, you know, in a still shot, like, oh man, it's real windy.
We had 70-mile-an-hour winds.
Dude, it's
Oh,
crazy.
And like I was on a rooftop tent, and so but the thing was the rooftop tent struts were starting to fail, and you could hear them going. And you're like, oh my god. And I'm like, is that guy like in a fucking casket now? Because like it's like there's not much room if it's closed.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was pretty scary.
It's
But
a
like
straight call.
there were people though, like everyone camped on the cliff. So
Yeah.
the people who had their tents, they were like, oh, this will be great. We'll camp on the cliff.
Yeah, that's
And
gonna be fun.
During dinner, the wind was blowing away from the cliff.
Yeah.
It turned. And so some people got stuff sucked out and went down the cliff,
Oh.
and like it was absolutely crazy. But we all woke up. Actually, the real story is that I had like a rain fly or something on my tent,
Yep.
and it was like like it was like being inside of a drum. It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, and I drove a Shelby Cobra like right before that, and I was like, oh, I'm like gonna go deaf in here. This is unbelievable. But then I just hear I see flashlights, and I'm thinking, okay, a couple like the guys who are running the show here, they're gonna come and like figure things out. They're probably like, hey, we need to get in cars or something.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't-
Just
'cause
yeah. Well, they're
know-
gonna advise me for
do you ever
something.
think like you're like everything in my body tells me that what we're doing is dumb and we shouldn't be here, but I'm not experienced enough to even know how dumb it is. And maybe it's fine.
Yeah.
But you're like, it's probably not. But you're like, someone to tell me if this is really dumb, right?
The
And so
professionals
then people
would
start
take
coming out.
over.
I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, it was that dumb. Oh my God, we got to get out of here, you know? But they're like trying to get me to like unzip a rain fly. So I'm like in my underwear, hanging off of a truck in the rain and 70-mile-an-hour winds. And they're like, unzip it. And like, I'm just trying to get this thing. Dude, it was unbelievable. Because they're like, this whole thing's going to come down.
Hey, it'd be cozy if it closes on me.
Dude, and one of the guys, like I saw the next morning, one of the guys who was like leading the pack, I saw his tent and he had a broomstick holding
Yeah,
his
I
tent
hope
open.
so.
And I was like, and he goes, yeah, the struts failed. I'm like, that's what I was worried about. So yeah, all my like worst fears were occurring.
Just got made into a sandwich overnight.
Imagine you're sound asleep and it's just like,
Is that, now
God.
you're close now.
But that
That'd
was
be
yeah.
memory foam.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
and we had like just all met, like, because this was night one. So
Right,
we were
right,
like,
right.
I don't know, even know. I don't remember.
Still
her
trying to
name.
get
is she cool?
bearings.
Like, is she good? I don't know how to check on her without being creepy. Like, hey, are you good in your tent?
Right,
I'm
'cause-
that guy you met.
'cause
when
it's
we were
not-
just-
5 hours ago.
You can't just go over and ask like, "Hey, you good?" No, you're gonna have to scream whatever you're trying to say.
100%. So yeah, no, it was really. But that was the thing. I think like I'm a trauma bond kind of guy.
Yeah,
I think all the people I'm really close with, like I've gone through something bad with.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe that's like something I need to discuss with like BetterHelp or something. But like that first night, I was like, oh, I'm so ready for this now. Like after everything happened, it was like we all almost died on that cliff, and now we can get started.
really
Now we're
brought
friends.
Yeah,
really
now
brought
we're
everybody
cool.
together.
Yeah,
right,
now I was
yeah.
like, oh, I don't mind like putting a camera in your face. This
Yeah,
is great.
yeah.
Fine.
It looked like an absolutely amazing trip. Raptor seemed to perform real well.
We had no problems. The only thing with the Raptor was we had issues getting it into 4 low sometimes. It was just funky, like because it's all electronic, you know.
Yep.
We're way beyond the days where you like grip and rip
Yeah,
a
really
center
just
shifter.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like honestly, sometimes I prefer that because I'd rather hear the big grind of a 4Runner.
Yeah.
But I know it's in. Whereas like in this thing, you're like you hit a button and then you watch the light flash for like a minute and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, did it do what it's
Well,
supposed to
you
do?
gonna Go in, and then I'm like, I don't know. Try. I remember like the first moment we had this issue, we're sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know. Try putting it in drive, and he puts it in drive. It's like, no.
It's locked.
You could hear like every gear touching. Yeah. And it was like, oh no, we shouldn't have done that.
That's not the way to do it.
So yeah, we figured it out. We had like a little system, but like once in a while, everyone else in like their older trucks, they're just like cruising along. But we've like had to switch from 2 high to 4 low for whatever reason. So we're just sitting back like a mile behind everybody because
Right.
we can't get the friggin' thing to shift.
Yeah, pull off for 12 minutes to
Yeah,
get it
and
sorted.
this is one of those things. Like I always want automakers and everyone to ask the question: is this better? And a lot of times it's not.
Yeah. Is it just technology for the sake of technology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all experience it. Even if you're not a car person, you've all been to an airport where you can't get the fucking sink to give you water in
Right.
the bathroom.
Crazy.
Is this better?
Yeah, 'cause I could
Right,
just
the kiosk just
turn
doesn't
it.
work or
Yeah,
whatever
man.
it might be.
Yeah,
This
I'll
is
deal
not
with the
better.
germs. I need the water.
Yeah.
Just give me water. So I don't know. There's just always little things. You'll always find those little bugs in those things. But that Raptor Ranger is a real special truck.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's super cool.
It's a performer.
It's not that good.
I'm quite envious. I'm
It's
quite
not that
envious. Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. It was his last day on the job. He would have given me the fucking thing.
They didn't have one on the lot.
Thank God, dude.
So I'm glad it wasn't there.
Maybe he could have ordered it for you.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm sure. Oh, he could have.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
enough talk about that.
I see a question. What do you guys think about the new Grand? Sorry to derail.
No,
New
dive
Grand
in.
Tour. I think Thomas, James, and Francis was a good choice. So I know Thomas and James, and I know James better than I know Thomas. James is easily one of my favorite people on this entire. He's so funny. He is so fucking funny. And I think that if this Grand Tour doesn't do the facsimile copy of what every American Top Gear has attempted, then they will succeed, because this is a good group of people. And
Let them
think
be.
They have this thing, and I think it can be very, very good. But I also want to give them a shot I want to give them the space to breathe and find their connection.
Right,
Because
right.
season 1, who knows?
Right.
It could just be this weird thing where it's it's good, but whatever. But I hope they get time to figure out their dynamic.
Every American Top Gear has been, hey guys, act like you've known each other for 15 years, and it's it's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
No, it's just fake and all that. So again, like you're saying, give them the leeway to, hey, as things come up, figure it out. Let it naturally, organically occur.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think it's going to be great.
What's his name?
Those guys are
Francis,
He's
the train
he's a
guy.
wild card, baby.
train guy.
Train guy.
Love a train
Absolutely
guy.
hilarious.
I think they're going to dog on him a little bit in a way that's going to be the best little brother we could ask for.
Right, exactly.
I need them to shit on him in a way that I'm fighting for him.
Surprisingly, a car guy.
Yeah.
Has a Type R swap Jazz.
Yep.
Which I was just.
How does that?
Attaboy.
How does that pass an MOT in the UK?
I
I don't understand this.
Yeah.
It's
Everyone's
fully. I watched a video about it. It's very professionally done.
This is.
It
what's
isn't
wild.
hey, I'm gonna throw an engine in this thing. It was
Right.
almost like
It's not an American job.
I'm gonna take every single every single piece
No hood.
and move it over, and all the emission systems and everything is there. Very interesting. Also, it's rowdy.
It's got to be rowdy.
Yeah.
Was it Seamus's? That was one of Seamus's K-swap things.
Fit.
No, CRZ.
Oh wow.
He had. Yeah.
That
He
thing
had
was lunatic.
the CRZ, but then he did do the Type R fit as well.
He does have a Type R fit. I don't think I went for a ride with him to somewhere in that CRZ, and it was like,
Yeah.
This is
He's
nutty.
taking. Yeah, I remember going to that too. That thing was super
it
cool.
revved to 1,000,000 RPM.
Again, something you alluded to earlier, our friend Seamus, very much in the motorsport world, very, very knowledgeable. And he's CRZ is one of the best, race car chassis. He was
bet.
just enamored by it, and he could go into a million reasons why. But yeah, he had a
I think
Type
it was
R
his.
swap.
He might
It
still
was
have
his.
it. I think he still has it, doesn't he?
Somebody actually wanted it to he sold it to make it into a
that makes sense.
full-fledged race car. That's I believe it actually was last year. Its first kind of
I remember him being like,
year
just
out or
ignore the
something? I
hybrid
can't
lights.
remember.
That shit's all ripped out. I haven't fixed the lights yet.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
interesting.
don't feel like a hybrid.
Back to the Grand Tour, not to kind of ping pong back and
No,
forth.
ping
but
pong.
The train guy, he's a mechanical engineer who once worked for Rolls Royce.
He probably built jet engines or
Easy stuff.
Yeah.
I listen. I'm gonna be honest with you.
This is the thing. So the thing is, I'm a mechanical engineer. A lot of my friends went to Rolls Royce, Pratt and Whitney, stuff like that. So that is a normal.
It's a
career
normal
path.
right.
Not in the least bad way possible. I thought he was just some dude who loved trains.
What's
I think he is that as well.
It kind of helps make the connection of, wow, this dude really loves a locomotive. But then from a mechanical engineering background, he can understand it and why and develop and okay, you see a connection there.
What I'm glad about, and I mean this with all respect and love, I'm glad that the world has rallied around someone who's just a neurodivergent, bizarro character and been we need him.
Lead us.
Lead us to happiness. Because
joy. He's creating joy.
This is also one of those things where I'm man, everybody's so afraid to do stuff. Everyone's afraid to put themselves out there and make an ass of themselves. It's you probably will, but there's gonna be a lot of people that like it.
Yeah.
That dude's putting a fucking 360 cam in his nose, basically. And
What? He's bigger than the rest of them.
I know, man. It's just unbelievable.
I just feel good for those guys.
Yeah.
Haven't watched Throttle House forever, and you're these guys are going to get fucking paid.
Yeah, they
now
don't get-
to It's so sick. It is so sick. Those guys are. I watch every single video those guys put out. I always have.
Yeah, I don't
cool.
catch every video, but every time I do, I tell myself, I'm like, wow, there's like this is good. This is good. This makes sense.
Is that them on the car?
That would be.
So it kind of looks like there is one, and then somebody's maybe a Ryu or Street Fighter character esque or something going on. I don't know if that's quite a hug or
We're already going the right direction.
Warm embrace, right? Yeah.
Looks like a bicep. The dudes that like to party.
But
It does look like Ryu.
Quite ripped.
they're about to embark on an incredible journey
Oh, it's
together.
gonna be so good, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
very
excited about it.
Dude, I can't.
Look at the
I
train
just
stuff.
look at his face and I laugh.
He brings joy.
He really does.
How old is this lad?
He's got to be 25.
He's ultra enthusiastic.
Watch it be like 42.
That'd be
You're like, how the fuck? What is he eating?
Yeah, dude. Give me those diet notes,
It's
dude.
it's that English food, you know. Let's see if I can.
Damn, that profile picture's on point though. Like some got his hair all done up.
25.
You ever see people that you're just like, oh, that's that goofy guy, and then you're like, someone who doesn't know who these people are, they're like, that's a very attractive person, and you're like, no, that's just my buddy Jimmy. They're like, Jimmy's fucking hot. Yeah. And
That's Jimmy that likes trains.
no, Jimmy likes trains. Jimmy's not hot.
What do you mean?
Don't you talk about Jimmy.
You don't look at him that way.
But he's 25.
Good for
That's
him,
crazy.
dude.
That's awesome.
sick.
What a thing to embark on at 25.
Dude, with those two guys, oh my god, it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very stoked.
The Adventure Fest? I'm in.
Those guys are as awesome as real life as
They
are.
really are, yeah. And so James is funny because I like once in a while, my friends and I we'll go rent a place in LA and we'll just load up the driveway with press cars and we'll spend like 3 weeks out there just driving stuff. And usually they do the same thing because they're like in Canada and they're like, get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of it's like what would happen is James a lot of times would get there first and he'd be like, okay, I've got the house, we've secured it. And then he found out we were in town. So he's texting us. He's like, hey, where are you guys staying? And so he comes over and he's like, your house is a lot nicer than our house. What the fuck? Where'd you find this house? And so they like literally immediately moved their house because they were
That's
pissed,
awesome.
which was funny because they were like, this is a piece of shit. But like, and then, we did like dinners and stuff. But he's funny because he's watching all of it. Like there's like 3 or 4 of us like POV guys in this house editing, posting, whatever. And he's like, so like, show me what you do. And we like do it. And he's like, this seems better. I wish I did this. Why? This
Because there's a lot of extra stuff.
because he's like, how many videos did you make today? We're like 6.
Oh.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
but
They
you know,
filmed
but now
a
he's on the Grand
segment.
Tour, so
Right,
he
right.
he chose the correct career path. But like that's what I mean. He's just like he's a real dude. He's really funny, and also
That's great, yeah.
You know when you get around, you guys are like this, where like you get around a group of people that you know that they're fun together, but it's also fun while you're part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
He's one of those people. He'll bring you into it. Like
Yeah.
you'll be part of the thing. And that's always nice because there's not everybody's like that. A lot
No,
of people are
no,
pretty exclusionary.
Truly,
Yeah,
with
for
us,
sure.
yeah. It's again a very natural thing. Just guards down. If you're here, we're hanging out. We're going to talk about weird shit in
Yep.
cars and
Yeah,
probably
deep.
food at some point and
100%.
all that sort of
Doughboys
stuff.
is my favorite podcast. So
It's just that's how it's going to go. And it's good to hear you feel comfortable and can fit right in because that's what we wanted. Like
No, that's why I
it's just
come
us
back.
being us. You
That's
know,
why
it's
I
just
come
it's
back.
it. Truthfully, it's if these mics weren't here, we would literally do the same thing. We do that before we even get on the show. We probably can't record half the stuff we talk about on the couch over there, but it's
true.
still it just happens. It just happens.
Yeah, we're here at 4. So it's like,
Yeah, that's a little behind the scenes nobody knows. We're here at 4 o'clock.
it's literally the
At
3-hour
latest.
show.
Right.
It
All the
starts
good-
at 7, but we're here at 4, not prepping.
all the good stuff already happened.
Yeah.
And most of the time, somehow we're always late. So there's your explanation why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on time today.
Yeah, we had a heck of a time.
Yeah,
earlier
we
today.
were spot
Had a
on.
great
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it was wonderful. Recent drives. What's something that stands out recently? I did see was it the Factory 5 in this car as
I
well?
still have hearing damage from that.
That's all I could think was that thing must be loud.
Yeah, that side pipe is vile. Like everyone's like, that's so cool. I wish. I'm like, no. And the thing was like, normally I'm a hearing protection guy, like a hearing protection guy. Like I go to every concert I go to, I've got earplugs in my pocket. Like I don't mess around. But that day, it just like did not occur to me that you're gonna have the binaural mics in your ears, so you're not gonna be able to put hearing protection in that ear. And it blew out the mics completely. Like it was so ridiculous. I've like my gain on my Zoom was at 0,
Yeah.
and it was still peaking.
That's
Like, I
crazy.
didn't know. I thought zero meant zero. I didn't know it meant like some. So
Right.
It was crazy. So that was a really tricky thing to manage. But that car was overpowered. Like that one was a little hot.
What was the motor?
I don't even remember. I think it was. I want to say we thought it was a 302, and then when we like dug in, we found out it was like something weird, like a 343 or something like that. You know, some like hot boy stroker thing. And it was making a lot of power. Again, don't remember, just know that it wanted me dead. And that like I was like coming home from the gym today and listening to music, and I was like, oh, that Factory 5 still fucked up my ear. Like I still this year's not. It's been months. And
Yeah.
it's still a little off.
Does it feel hurt or just not quite hearing
just
as
a little
good?
dull. Like
Okay,
a little numb.
right.
It's like having a callus on your thumb or something. Like, but it's your hearing. It's
Right,
weird.
just the scar tissue on your eardrum.
Yeah, I just know it's there.
Side pipes generally suck.
Yeah, like
They're loud as shit. But every time I've dealt with them, it's just like it's the loudest place this car is in this car.
Vipers are like that too. Like
Yeah.
I drove a Gen 1 Viper,
Yep.
and it wasn't even that it was too loud. It was that it was making like a resonance. Like, you know, when you get in a car that has like the wrong aerodynamics, you put the windows down, you go, bah, bah, bah,
Oh
bah,
my
like,
God.
happening. It was doing that, but like could not stop it. And I was like,
There's no window
"Ah!"
down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like driving this car like this. Like
I drove
just
one of those in the
uncomfortable.
fall, and the pipes were just blowing all the leaves off the street back into people's yards. I'm
Yeah.
like, this thing is rowdy as hell.
But I'm like, how have I never? So this is why only like the elderly drive these things, because A, they're maybe just not driving them very fast. B, they're already fucking deaf.
Damn it.
Their
Yeah.
gain,
Damn,
their
it's
gain
done.
is about
These are
negative
like-
50 to start. So yeah,
Because all the guys that I knew that drove them were probably like World War II veterans,
Yep.
and they probably already lost their hearings from like some horrible
Yeah.
weapon on
Yeah.
a B-17.
Right.
Like these guys can't hear, so
It's
like
the only way they can feel.
they could feel things. Thanks, Factory 5.
Lets me feel again.
But like, God, they make some serious shit. Those
They
guys
do.
are out of their minds.
and they've been around for a while,
Yeah,
and
they're
to stick
local.
around and that sort of thing, it's just
Aren't they out
yeah.
on the Cape?
They're in Wareham.
Where?
Yeah,
I
Wareham.
think it's Wareham. Yeah,
No way.
they are. Yeah, I've debated a couple of times just to reach out to them, like, hey, can we just come
They
and
reached
check
out
out
to
the
me after
place?
they were like, "Hey, cool, thanks," and I was like, "What?" But no, they were really nice. They were, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta actually chat with them," because I'm like, "Oh, I'd love to go drive a couple things if they have
right,
like
check out the yeah.
Just
yeah.
see the operation.
I know I follow them on the grams, and they often, I think they park a couple cars outside like every day.
Yeah.
Just it's kind of like their staple.
The thing is, they build the coolest Factory 5 cars to me are the ones that are a little more authentic, where they're like trying to bring out like a Le Mans build, and they have like maybe like a 275 or 300 horsepower 302. That's like they've balanced the car.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be psycho, but like it's not gonna try to murder you like this one. This one was over the top, and that's the thing is that people started asking me, because after they saw that, a lot of people were like, "Hey, so I'm buying a Factory 5 and I'm really questioning the powertrain now," because I think that video for the first time people realized like maybe I should not do this.
This is not right.
overcooked
Not
it.
exactly as user friendly as I was
Because
hoping.
everyone thinks,
Yeah.
oh, more. I want the big one. Like you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah,
the big one.
yeah.
Like that car was actually pretty sketchy. Like it handled fine, but it was just a slip of the foot, really.
Yeah, you
like
sneeze, the thing's gonna spin.
yeah, and it was just wild. So I would go with a slower version of that.
The power the chassis was built for.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it can't weigh very much.
No, it's like 2,500 pounds, maybe.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
Good lord.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm checking on their website right now.
That's how
You know
I'm
what's
guilty of
dangerous
that.
about their website is they put like a price,
Oh yeah.
and it's obviously a price that you can then add to. But you see the initial price, and you're like, that's not that bad.
I threw that together in the back.
Because what's the kit? Like $26,000 or 20?
Let's see.
Give me a Daytona.
Let's see. Starting Mark IV Roadster,
Sure.
20,000,
Yeah.
There you go.
and you can add to it pretty quick.
Yeah, and it's not like it's that crazy to go buy like a 302. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not talking about a $25,000 engine.
Right.
No,
Right.
we're talking $2,500.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just looking for. Let's see if there's a weight here. It can't weigh very much.
No.
I wanted to say it had like a Tremec. What is it? TKX? Is that what that transmission
Yeah.
is? Yeah. I'd never driven a TKX. I've driven a million Tremec's, but I'd never driven that, and I was like, oh, thing is built for power.
Real stout.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely not. I love it when you drive. So because I drive so many like Italian and Japanese and whatever cars, like those are all very finessey sort of vehicles, right? Like you don't do a hard 1.2 in a Civic unless you'd like to replace the transmission tomorrow. Like you gotta like be a good boy.
Yeah.
Whereas like this is what I love about driving American cars. So when I get in like a Camaro, get in one of those. You can't shift it hard enough.
I was going to say the clunk that you feel when it puts in gear.
I'm
put in
lifting
gear.
weights just to shift it hard. Like I want to know. Like it's just fucking great. It's indestructible.
He's
shit.
trying to tear the shifter like
Driving
off
like a
the
bad
car.
boy.
That's what I like about like CT5V Blackwing or Camaro SS
Yeah.
1LE and ZR1s like they're ZL1. They're just it's so ridiculous what they'll take. The abuse these cars will take that if I did this once I'd be like, well, we got to drain this.
Let's check that pan for any metal
there's
fragments.
no finesse.
It's
all
just
brute force.
This is the thing. This is why you should never let like hot rodders drive your cars because like they only know this.
Yeah.
They don't know that like delay for a second. Like your BMW does not want that. It
Right.
does not
You
want that.
want those sinkers to film work. Let them do their jobs.
I would love to watch like a good drag engineer watch like a drag racer drive like an E39 M5.
Yeah.
I want to know what the face looks like after he sees this.
Or that dude in the Maxima. The dude
Oh,
who
that's
drag
the
races.
guy.
Just watch this. Just check this out and see what you think.
That's a guy who knows how to replace a transmission in an afternoon.
Just absolutely murders
Can you
those
build
gears.
mine to do this?
So what else have you driven that really stands out recently?
Oh
There's
man,
something I want to ask you about.
Please,
Oh,
yes.
sure.
The Opt RS6.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
RS6, beautiful car. We hear the horror stories about them, but then you have like an Opt version. How was it? What was like driving it? Did you drive a normal RS6 as well at some point in the past?
Yeah,
so like
so-
comparative.
So the first RS6 I drove, my buddy David has one. He knocked off a mirror in his race car at Grid Life, and he couldn't race without a mirror for the next race. So he was like, "Oh shit, Speed Sport Tuning." We were at Lime Rock. He's like, "Speed Sport Tuning has a mirror. Can someone go get it?" So I jumped in his. He had this gorgeous green RS6. I jumped in that. I drove as fast as I fucking could to Speed Sport Tuning. I missed the race, but it was a regular RS6.
Yeah.
Really fast, but like I don't know, the RS6 like. I always felt a little disconnected from it, and it always feels like you have to know the correct like cheat code to get it to do the things you want it to do. So like it's the kind of car where you might drive it and you're like, it's not that fast. You're like, oh, did you hit like RS twice and then like hit this button? You're like, no. You're like, oh, because you only had it in 200 horsepower mode. Like, you're like, what the fuck are we talking about? So
Right.
it's one of those cars where you have to know. So like I had learned a little bit about it. I knew my way around it. But at the same time, it just never really clicked with me. And then the Apt version of it tunes it up a little bit, gives it more juice, and the transmission's more responsive. Because this car always feels like a little bit of an elastic band when you're driving like the normal one. It's like if when you like hit it and you're waiting for an automatic transmission to like engage, shift, and then the turbos to spool. Like you're waiting for a lot of things to like
react
get in
and-
line.
yeah.
And so the Apt car, this car like actually kind of solved most of those problems, and it was a little more like absurd. But then last week I drove an M5 wagon, a new one.
Yeah.
And everyone dogs on that because it's 5,500
It
pounds.
just is gigantic thing.
And
Yeah.
like straight up, they're correct, but like it's a hybrid.
Yeah.
There's no delays. It just goes.
It's there,
And it
yeah.
feels more, oddly, it's so much more technologically ridiculous than this car, but it feels more connected because everything happens instantly.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I wish I was more of a turbo guy, but like, I understand why we need them, but I would prefer like NA everything, and hybridizing like a plug-in hybrid kind of solves all the problems, unless you're Porsche, who goes with this crazy pre-spooling turbo they've done on the
electric
GTS now and
yeah.
the turbo. It's like
Yeah.
that's one of the most miraculous things I've ever felt in my life. New Carrera GTS, and with that fucking diesel truck turbo that spools like that.
It's just there.
It's just there.
Is it because the electric side of things is just constantly is keeping that turbine spinning the entire time?
When you start even like hinting at the idea that you might want some throttle,
Yeah.
there's an electric motor in the turbo that pre-spools the turbo.
Yeah.
So
And again,
When-
as fast as electricity can work.
yeah, so
right.
by the time you've cracked the throttle, you're already pressurized.
Yeehaw.
so you don't have to wait for exhaust gases.
So this is like electric compound turbo setup.
Yes,
Kind of. Okay.
And so it's just, it makes it feel like a big block. Like you basically increase the displacement by like 1 million
Right, because it's just
cubic
there.
inches, and you've just got this. You're like, what is going on? It feels like you're in a. It feels like a hot rod.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So there's different ways to attack all these things. So it's cool. Like Audi's gone for honestly more of like the purest version of it, because it's just a V8 twin turbo and
Just big and big and big. Yeah.
wagon. Like add juice. But Audi, to me, I mean, I don't think Audi has ever finished a car.
That's correct.
You know what's crazy? That's the most accurate description
It
I've ever
absolutely
heard. It is.
They're never done.
What is it? You say people always end up buying an Audi because they couldn't.
Oh, back in the day before BMWs were all-wheel drive, everybody that had an S4 drove an M3 and was like, well, winter.
Yeah.
And now the BMWs all-wheel drive and they're doing a nice job.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough out there for an Audi guy.
It's always something. They'll always have some like headliner where you're like, man, that is a gore, like RS4 shifter. Like, God, it feels like it's just honed out of like a material I've never, like, we don't have on Earth. Like, it's so good. Whereas like, then like you're like, yeah, like steering's kind of weird.
Exactly.
Or they're like, oh, it's so fast. You get in the throttle, you're like, I had to wait like 10 seconds for this to like spool up. Is that part of the character? Was that intentional? Like, everything's just weird.
You know what's interesting is the exact thing you described about the RS6 was the exact thing your brother described about his RS7.
It was the exact thing with my wife's S6 back in the day, where the transmission was just
Where are you?
the death of it.
Yeah.
And it was just a V8, but it was just like, what are you gonna do? Are we going?
And we're not talking about like some like turbo hydromatic transmission from the 90s. We're talking about a fucking
Right.
speed like
Right.
Yeah, it should just work.
It's
Why
as if
doesn't it?
engineering departments never communicated with each other, especially in a RS model. You know, like, hey, look, this is our flagship model.
Well, this is what's wild about driving so many like rare bizarro cars. And the thing that I wish more people could understand. So the car that I felt like I was like, oh my God, this is what everyone thinks. This is it. The Mercedes CLK DTM. So they made very few of these. It's pre-Black Series.
Oh,
Yep.
those cars are so fucking
And
cool.
the one that my friend has is a cabriolet. He imported it
on.
from the. So I've done road trips and we took it up to Canada and back over the summer. And I mean, the thing is the most dialed. It's hard to even call it an AMG because
It's a
built,
cabrio?
it's built by HWA. So the engine, it's an HWA engine. It's a juiced up, supercharged. Yeah, that's the car.
Diabolical.
That's the car. And
How beautiful that
Look
is.
at that.
I'm not a
Rear fender,
convertible
dude.
guy. I'm a convertible guy there.
And like that car, it's so funny because it looks a little chintzy, it looks a little goofy, like the wheels. Like people don't look at it. It's so rare. There's like none of these. There's 80 of those, and nobody looks at it. So we'll be driving with like the LFA and that, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, an LFA!" And we're like, "No, this is the one you should be looking at." And that car is like, if Mercedes built a GT3, that is what it's like, honed out of a single piece of aluminum. Like, it's the best fucking thing ever. It feels so good. And no one will know because like no one gets to drive it. And I've driven like CLK 63 Black Series and it's good, but it's not this. And it just frustrates you because you're like, why couldn't they have, like, the transmission tuning on this thing is insane.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Why can't that be applied?
Right, every like E55 I've ever driven, I'm like, oh, fucking dog with this. This thing figured it out. And I'm like, they had it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Why
The
can't?
tech was there.
it's so that's the thing. Sometimes the biggest disappointment is when I find out that a really rare car drives really well, and it's like not hard to transfer the good things about it into a production car.
Right.
Like,
right.
I get it. We're not going to get an HWA built race engine in an E55.
But there should be, and it's okay to have some trickle down effect.
Yeah.
In theory.
So I don't know. Sometimes those kind of things get frustrating. That car is my favorite, dude. Oh,
Right, because then it sets the expectation so high, but it's not repeatable.
In red.
They made
I was gonna say the red
coupes
one.
too. They made the hard tops, which were insane looking.
yep.
Not that that's not insane looking.
No, but the rule is when we drive that car, the top is always down.
Yeah, it has to.
So like we drove it to Canada and back on a rally, and that top never went up unless we were like sleeping in the hotel.
be. Yeah, God's plan.
That's it.
Dude, that's insane. Yeah, I remember my brother's RS5. That was the biggest thing to do to those was to do a transmission tune, and it was like Bill's transmission tune. And you're like, Audi built this car.
Bill figured this out, but
Hope it doesn't
and
break my
Bill
car.
and Bill
Yeah.
fucking figured this out.
Yeah.
It's just it's loony.
It is. It is. And it's interesting to hear, like, he complained about it for so long, Like, I never drove the car, but he drives it every day. So, like, clearly there's something there. And then you hear other people talk about it. You're like, maybe not crazy.
And what did he do? Like a fucking real champion.
Get rid of it and got
He
an
went
M3.
pulled an M3, and he's like, "This car's great. Everything's great about it. I don't even mind how ugly it is."
And you know, it's funny too, is like how we like the older things get, the more you start to like recognize build quality.
Yeah.
So like E46 M3s when I was a kid were like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. Then you start getting into them, you're like, this is all creaking and breaking and cracking and like, it's not very fast. Like there's just a lot of things going on with these cars that you're like, yikes. This used to be the pinnacle, and I was completely smoke screened by the roundel. The BMW emblem just erased all of the things I should have been looking at that were right in front of me.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens. And that's the thing. You were talking about being tribal. Like, oh,
Right,
I only
right.
drive these Chevys, or I only drive this Ford, or whatever. And it's like sometimes you do get tribal about something and you just overlook like the inherent shit boxiness about the things that you're looking at.
Yeah.
But how could it be? It's an M3.
Turning a blind eye to whatever.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, E46s never have done it for me.
Like,
I always get sassed for it, but man, never.
you're not wrong. And the other thing is I'm telling E36s are better. Like
Oh,
they're
for sure.
lighter, they're more responsive. Like
We just got the shit engine.
yeah, it's just a bummer. An S54 swap to E.
S52 ain't bad.
No, it's good. It's got torque down low, and like
Yeah.
people don't respect that. You know, it's crazy. And also that 5-speed wasn't bad.
No. Listen, I'm with you.
Yeah. I know.
Plus, you got it in a 4-door,
You
And
get
Which is
3, 4,
super
5.
by the 4-door.
Yeah.
which is a really, really cool like thing. You're like, oh, I got this Ford
E36
car.
build quality, top notch. What are you talking about?
No, not build quality.
No, it's just better.
Yeah. I just think it's a better car or a more enjoyable driver's car. I'll put it that way. Because E46 got heavy.
It did.
It was pretty lumpy.
E36 interiors have seen some days.
What's funny though is I can if I got in an E36 and the only thing in there was like the tachometer and everything else was just like hammered out and it was just like heater core in front of me, I would be like, that's fine.
Yeah, this
It makes
What
sense.
this car
yeah.
is supposed to be.
Feels like home. Yeah. You've got some crack time with your Type R.
Yeah.
Enjoyable. You're still loving that thing as
I'm
much.
wearing my Type R shirt
I
today.
was gonna say representing.
See it? Very nice. Very nice.
Let the record show.
Let the record show. Not paid by Honda. I wish I was. Everyone's like, he loves a Prelude. He's paid by Honda. I'm like, I live with my parents.
Please pay me Honda.
Like,
Help me, Honda.
good God. No, I mean, yeah. So the Type R is just like such a little miracle because it is so incredibly capable. And it's funny though because I love a K20, but I really missed like the K20 days and like VTEC and having an NA car. 8th gen Civic is still one of the greatest cars you can buy. And the problem is the turbos are fine. They make the power, but they're not as responsive. So like the tracking my Type R was interesting because it was a couple things that were new to me. One is like tracking a turbo car, and 2 is tracking a front wheel drive car. And there's a whole like people don't respect that. I think it takes a whole different skill set to track a front wheel drive car. I grew up on rear wheel drive, and thank God I owned 911s because had I not, I probably wouldn't understand front wheel drive as well because the inputs are very similar. Like treat front wheel drive as if it's a rear engine car. Like, like it's, you're going to have the same sort of like, if it's going to start sliding on you, like it's all just throttle based.
I was going to say, if you like what do they call it? Lift throttle oversteer.
Lift
If
off
you're
oversteer.
in the
Yeah.
midst of a corner and you're on throttle, don't let out because it's going to want to react.
And I don't know if it's 1-to-1 really, but it is one of those things where but to be fair, like in a 911, if you're exiting a corner and you get on throttle, it's going to understeer a lot because you're hooking up those rear tires. They're not going to slide. Because remember, like mid corner in a 911, lift off, car goes out. Put on, car comes back.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the unless you really flog it and get it in a power on situation where you can actually get it to smoke some tires. But as you're exiting a corner, if you hit it too hard, you're just going to lift the front wheels off the ground.
And it's going to want to go
and
push.
It's going to want to go. Same with a front wheel drive car. It's just that it's because you're sharing drive wheels with turn wheels. So it kind of has a similar philosophy. So it's like it's a game of patience, and it's a game of trying to enter hot and exit smart.
It's new lines.
And yeah, so I had to like kind of rewire my brain, but like I went up to Club Motorsport in New Hampshire, Tamworth, New Hampshire. Unbelievable track.
I hear that track's
Scenic,
very, very cool.
gorgeous,
Yeah.
well paved, well run. Really nice people up there. and I think that's worth saying, just because a lot of tracks can have some like pretty ornery motherfuckers walking around being like, not in my house, you know.
Right,
these
right,
guys are
yeah.
like,
Sure.
they are just the dudes.
I know who
Yeah.
you're talking about. We'll talk later.
and this place is just magical.
Wow.
It has incredible elevation change. It's a fast track. It's like a relatively high speed track for New England, and it flows really well. And the thing is, it's forgiving. So there's runoff. Unlike Palmer, like if you fuck up at Palmer, you're into granite. You know, you got to be smart at Palmer.
Or a
I've been in the tire wall.
barrier.
Oof.
Yeah, yeah.
Club's really wide too, right? It's paved really wide.
Super wide. There's places where you can go off, but if
Look
you
at
really
the runoff.
yeah, it's a really beautiful place to figure things out. But this is the thing: as forgiving as it is for fucking up, you need to be really razor sharp on your line.
Which way does it run? Either.
Counterclock.
Counterclockwise.
No, clockwise. Clockwise. Sorry,
okay.
I was looking
No,
on the
that's
inside. Yeah. So yeah, yep, exactly.
Very
But you
sick.
can carry like an alarming amount of speed through that turn 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're basically braking outside, holding on for dear life to try to like snake it in through there.
That section right there,
Yeah,
it looks
get tight.
again just from the map and
You get a lot
satellite
of
view.
trouble.
Is that an elevation change right there, almost
Yeah,
going
it's,
downhill or
I
something?
think that's climbing.
Okay.
If you pull up, I did a video on the Type R, so you like have that in the background if you want to like just show the lap. But that it's just beautiful. And that, so on the inside, when you, all right, so you snake up what looks like a little bit of a straightaway there, and then you're coming down to that right-hander, left, and then you're just flat through all of that up until right there. And it's just such a gorgeous feeling because it feels like a turn and it feels like naughty. It feels like, oh, if I stay in this, we die. But like, that's how you're supposed to do it.
Is it
And
banked or no?
No.
No shit.
So that's pretty, it does not have the camber that like Palmer has. Palmer is like a fucking NASCAR.
Palmer's a scary place.
Wild. But you know, I'm glad because I grew up with like my first kind of track experiences were at Palmer. So I know that track like the back of my hand. So it's always fun to go there and have people be terrified and knowing that like, oh, I know this place.
Right, yeah,
I know
yeah.
where to be in.
You're
you know?
comfortable with it.
But yeah, this place I want to spend a lot of time here.
Very, very cool.
This spring and summer, I'm gonna waste some fucking tires at this place.
What is
Do they do?
I was gonna say, it's private. Do they have track days or what?
So yeah, it is a private track, but so is Palmer technically, right? So it's like it's a little different though. But yeah, you can get in on some track days. So like I know like AVI runs some track days, which is usually like all the hot boys with their Lamborghinis and GT3 RSs and stuff.
Mass Tuning does 1 or 2 a year there.
Yeah, mass tuning. That's what I would run if I was. I went with AVI and Garage 42, but that was fun because I got to be the slowest car there. But I wasn't the slowest car there, so that was what was fun. I love having a Honda amongst like
Supercars. and stuff like
supercars,
that.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like being like, yeah, give me a point by, give me a point by, give me a point by.
Do it. Do it.
That's
I
the best thing in the world.
Staggered the other year was past the McLaren.
Right.
There's
Right.
a bunch of like our friends' cars and one guy in a McLaren. I was like, let me in. I got to pass the McLaren and the Miata.
Dude.
Just getting passed by everyone.
It's fantastic. So yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
seat time.
I just thought like that was really nice. The Honda's amazing. I feel like I still feel more at home in like a naturally aspirated rear wheel drive car. So I'm going to give this probably one more season and see if it's like the thing that I'm going to keep for a long time.
Are you running it stock with stickies on it or what?
Yeah, stock. Pretty much. I've just put Apex wheels on it, and
Yeah.
I have a 2. Yeah, I kept the same tire size, other than dropping down to an 18. So I went to an 18, and yeah, that's my car. And I put a 265 section Bridgestone RE71 RS. McGovern Auto Group liked my post. How nice of them.
They're hilariously capable.
This car's
Do
ridiculous.
they have any type of diff up front, or is it just? Yeah,
it's
okay,
like
that's what I thought.
There's a great diff up front. It usually
God, what a
transfers.
good looking car.
And this
It's
car,
yeah.
Yeah, there's the heat.
in these photos, yeah, the RE71 RS is great. I'm gonna swap them out though because they just came out with the RE71 RZ, and I want
Yeah.
to play with those. Cooper Koenig photographed the track shots, so I just want to give him a shout out just because he works at the track and he's fantastic.
Very
Super
sick.
nice kid. He's usually the first person you see when you get there because he's handing you your wristband and signing your waiver.
Oh, nice.
And it's just like nice when it's like a nice dude who's just like, "Hey, you're gonna come have a good day with us?"
Right,
And you're
right,
like, yes,
right.
I want to come to summer camp. I
They
don't wanna-
understand what it is.
They get it.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. But yeah, I think telemetry was showing me like 1.3 G or something like that on this, which was pretty impressive.
God, how much better does the car look on 18s?
You just
I
got to
know.
do it.
Yeah.
It's got to size down is the new size up.
Whatever the auto manufacturer specified,
Yeah.
go down one.
Yeah. If you can fit over the brake, do it.
Dude, bring sidewall back again.
Oh,
It's
sidewall's the
unbelievable.
best.
They got corporate
Unbelievable.
memberships.
Especially because tires
Oh,
now,
yeah? We corporate?
tires now in the weirdest
Revival
way
Motoring Inc.
are better looking. You know, like you can get a taller sidewall tire now without looking
Yeah.
like a bubble truck tire.
Yeah.
You know, because there was a period in time where if you got something with a taller sidewall, it had like a bubble.
What's like the Golf R? Like comes with 19s. You can step down to 16.
Yeah.
And just be God. Just absolutely be God.
I think
out
you
there.
genuinely can fit 17s.
Easy. Yeah.
I think the RS6 is what, 22s or 20
Yeah.
something like, but you can't step it down because the brakes are 10 piston
Yeah.
calipers.
The
gigantic,
brakes are
dude.
ruining you on those things.
Enormous, yeah.
I think we were measuring the brakes by arm length when it
Yeah.
was when Scott
Yeah,
had his
like a
parked
baby's
outside.
arm.
Yeah, it was absurd.
I want to know how much fluid goes in those. I don't think I can afford the RBF 660 that I need to. Dude,
All
6
of it.
models, please.
Just all of it. That's super cool that you get to hang out at Club Motorsports. That looks like a
That was
really
fun.
awesome
Yeah.
track.
I highly recommend that. Someone asked, did I manage to scrape the rubber off the Type R? I kept it for a while, but Ryan at Garage 42 washed my car. I asked him to. I was like, okay, I'm sick of looking at it, and so he, thank God. I'm always afraid I'm gonna like scratch the shit out of my car. So having like a professional detailer
who's familiar with
with my cars and where my cars are stored,
Yeah.
it's
I was
the best thing in the world.
gonna say, can you elaborate? That's a friend of yours. I think maybe not the last time, but I know at one point it was still being built.
Yeah.
While you were here, and so far so good. I think they're a couple years in, right?
Up and running. They are at like they're getting close to capacity, if not already. They might have already hit it. But yeah, I mean, this place is nuts. It stores. I want to say it's a 250 car capacity right now.
Oh, Lord.
And there's definitely there it is.
No way.
So yeah, you can see the gull wing up top. But that's the only gull wing I've ever driven. Is that one, that 300 SL. And my cars are in there somewhere.
Is that yours?
I wish. Careful, she bites.
Is that Liberty Walk as well?
What's that?
Do I see a Liberty Walk fender on that thing?
I believe that is, yeah. And I think that's a Gumball car or something like that. There's
Makes
a
sense.
Gumball Viper in there, ACR as well. But yeah, they've got like a huge variety of stuff.
You know what I really like? What is that? Is that a 454 SS right there, or some sort of
Yes,
GMC?
that is.
Is that the Rainbow Lambo? Right
That
next to it?
is.
Or is that
what
a H1?
That's an A. I don't even know what
It
that
almost
is.
looks like
It looks like the Lambo.
The
I think
Lambo,
that
yeah.
might be. No, there's not an LM002 there. I'm
That's
positive, but that's an Icon FJ right there.
oh sick!
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's an LS3.
Very sick.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And like what's nice is like it's a great little community. There's people who store one car there. There's people who store like 12 cars there.
We could do this here.
And like, dude, so we went out to Canada to drive like all the cars up, and we didn't take the LFA. We got to our first or second night in New Hampshire, and we arrived there, and we were like, this just doesn't feel the same without the Lexus. And then we were like, I wonder if they'd bring it to us. Make a phone call. Literally 2 hours later, the Lexus is sitting there, and he drove.
If you ask me to drive an LFA anywhere, wherever you need to.
Yeah.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Where am I
It
going?
was great.
Vegas,
hell
I'm
yeah,
on my
dude.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Very sick.
But yeah, they hook it up. So I've got 3 cars there right now, and it's amazing because like I literally roll in, they'll be like, "What are you taking?" And sometimes I'm taking one of my cars, sometimes I'm taking one of someone else's cars because like, I've got friends who store tons. There's the green RS6.
Very cool.
And then a lot of times I'm just like picking up a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or whatever. Someone says, "Hey, drive the thing," and then I'll go snag a car, and then Ryan will wash it. And every
It'll
time
be like it never happened.
I like can beat the shit out of my things and then bring them to there, and when I go to get it again, it's like completely new.
Sick.
So
What an incredible looking facility.
it's unreal. And there's just every time you go in there, you'll see something new, something different. This guy tracks the shit out of that GT2 RS, and he tows it everywhere on the back of a Bentley Bentayga.
Oh, as one would.
And so he's like,
Gentlemen only.
it's unbelievable. And so that car, he's like, don't wash it because he wants all the tire slugs on it. So it usually looks like shit.
He wants people to know.
It's unbelievable.
Beat
It's
it
got
up.
that what is it? That man thigh sticker on the
So,
windshield.
so he just sent it down to get all the Manti bits on it. So now it's got like the lightweight wheels and all the crazy suspension bits and the canards and like all that stuff. So and the Manti, I can tell you because I went to PEC Atlanta, Porsche invited me down to drive some of their cars, and they had me drive like a regular GT3, and then they put me in a Manti GT3.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, that's different.
That's
Like,
yeah,
it really,
yeah. There's some refinement there.
It's crazy.
Loony.
Love that.
Very, very
It's
sick.
great. It's I always find these places interesting, and what I mean by that is on the East Coast in particular, because obviously they all popped up first. I feel like on the West Coast we had some storage solutions over here, right? But this like really not really a la carte, but like really a massage service for a vehicle.
Yes.
It's kind of, hey, look, we'll store it here, we'll take care
It's
of
a
it.
day spa.
Right, yeah, day spa. That's the term I was
It's
looking
just
for.
a cool business model, especially if you're into cars and you got a good acumen. I mean, it's such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Someone definitely somewhere was like watching their kid with like the Hot Wheels storage thing and was like,
I can do that.
We could just do that.
we real life.
We going
We
five
got-
high?
Yeah, how many? We got 1, 2,
There's
3,
They're quad
4,
stackers,
4.
yeah. So a lot of people will like, oh, this one's my stack. So like sometimes I'll have a stack where it's like, oh, those are mine, and it's like kind of cool.
gotta have your
Excuse me,
stack.
like,
Yeah.
It's fun.
Have your own stack. That's pretty. Hey,
Yeah,
This
yeah.
whole row. This one's
This one,
mine.
baby, all
It
A's
really
mine.
is. It really is adult Hot Wheels. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to take this one out today. It's
100%.
that same. Yeah, that
Well,
same.
and sometimes I
thought
get
for
there to
sure.
like pick up my car, and I'm like, hey, wait, I don't think Chris has driven that Continental GT in a while. I'll call Chris, be like, hey.
We got to get some fluids moving.
some
through.
miles
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
He's like, oh yeah, take it. I'm like, I'm going to Maine this weekend. He's like, I don't care.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
How have you found yourself working with manufacturers recently?
Yeah, good question. It's not a lot, but it's when like I'm someone who even in my own world, like with my own friends, like I keep a tight little circle. So like I don't work with everybody. I'm willing to work with pretty much everybody. But a lot of times like, Honda, GM, Ford, Nissan, there's some great people that are just like, yeah, like come drive our things. We're doing a thing. Like I did a thing with Mazda a while back. And like, you just kind of find yourself in the circuit of like all the journalists doing the thing. And, they have a long list. So here's the thing is when you go somewhere, you're going to see a lot of the usual suspects. So
Right,
like you'll be
right.
bouncing around. You're like, oh, I saw, like Sofyan from like Redline Reviews or, Joe Rady, or like any of these guys, right? They're at everything. Like that's their bread and butter because that's how they kind of stay. That's how their channels operate. So
Yep.
different people have different ways of operating. Like I drive 1950s, 60s, 70s cars all the time. Like I don't need to be on the cutting edge of like a
The
launch,
latest,
right?
yeah.
Which is fun. I like to be occasionally, but really I don't need to be driving like a Grand Highlander.
Right,
I don't think that's why people come
You
to
can
me.
be a bit more selective with, yeah.
Sure. And like they don't select me to come do that either because like they know that my audience isn't necessarily like looking to me to tell them which like 3-row
Right.
Toyota to buy
Is the
right?
best
and
for
that's
your
fine.
family,
Like
yeah.
I'm down with it. I'm and so there is a thing where like there's the inside baseball of like the press thing. There are times when you'll be at dinner like at these events and someone's like, oh, where are you going next? Where are you going next? What they're kind of really asking you is like, did you get invited to anything that I didn't get invited to?
Right. They're trying to, yeah.
And so it's interesting. Like, no, most of these guys, they go to everything. That's their whole thing. But I'm not like offended if like I didn't get invited to like, oh, the Corvette didn't invite me. Okay, well, Chevy's like works with me on a ton of other stuff. Like that's fine. Like
Right.
they're gonna give me a car later. It'll be in my driveway, or I'll be in LA, and they'll be like, hey, let's get him in a new Z06 or something. Like,
Right.
they'll do that. They'll
That
hook it up.
thing that you may have, not been at that release event, but you're
Yeah.
going to be there when it counts to drive it. And yeah.
Everyone has a job to do, and all these PR departments are scrambling to figure out how do we get the most eyes on the thing that we made.
Yeah.
And so
That's right. The way you said, that's their job.
sometimes
That's
you're
what
on
they're
that list,
geared
and
towards.
sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But like I love like Honda. Like I love working with Honda because I feel like they really understand the assignment, and everyone else has pretty much come up to speed on this for the most part too. But like I remember like early days, like I'd go to maybe a bunch of different types of press events, and Honda always like really understood that like we need to give you time to like breathe, and we need to give you your own car and your own time to go explore this car
And do your thing.
go do your thing, because a lot of times like they're all on a high level doing the same thing. Fly you somewhere, put you in hotel, get you in car, have a set drive route, dinner, get out. We never want to see you again.
Yeah.
That's like how it
Yeah,
works,
that's
right?
just
And that's the operation. But sometimes they might overload the activities
Yep.
where they're like, oh, well, like we want you to have a really good time, but it's like, yeah, but I need to film.
yeah.
Or-
They want you to do They're allowing you to take part because they want to leverage your thing.
Right.
But if you can't do your thing, it's pointless.
So it's one thing when like what I love about Honda is they'll be like, okay, like we're gonna like put you in a car and here's the drive route, and then like, you know, meet at like, you know, if it's in Southern California, meet at Julian Pie Company, or we'll have lunch for you somewhere or whatever, and then, you know, turn around, come home. Great. What's tricky is sometimes events where they'll be awesome events, but like you'll go to like a vineyard and now you're like, oh, I guess we're like having like a 2-hour lunch here. And then you're kind of like, okay, now I'm like out of the headspace of like reviewing the car that I'm reviewing.
Right.
And I haven't finished my review. And maybe I had a drive partner, so maybe I didn't film anything yet.
Right, because if somebody else is and you're sharing a vehicle, if
And,
it's
then,
you
and
can't.
then like 2 hours has gone by after the 2 hours you've already been in the car. Then you got to get in the car and try to do your job. And then you're like, oh God, it started raining. And like, it's like all these things where like
Yeah.
it can get hectic. And so I'm somebody who I'm like an anxious person to begin with. So the more time I have to know that like I have free time,
Yep.
like more calm, cool, collected, the better my video is going to be, honestly. So, but I feel like a lot of these companies have like figured out the secret sauce of like how that works. And so it's like, yeah, you want to show me a good time, but like give me the car and just like let me figure it out. Like let me have my time with the car, because if I feel like I'm late to lunch while I'm filming a review, like, oh, that sucks.
Right.
you know?
So you're gonna cut corners, do it to the full extent you want to.
Sure. And like I gotta give oh my God. I didn't mention Dodge. So Stellantis puts on a fucking show.
Oh, I can imagine.
They've been fun because Stellantis is exactly who you think they are.
I figured, yeah.
So like, you know, we talked about Honda where we're like, oh, they supercharged the CRZ because they kind of think they understand like the subculture.
Yep.
Stellantis knows who they are.
Just judging by, again, the vehicles they produce is one thing, right? Now you give them the old yeehaw, never say goodbye to the TRX, it's back, here we go, that stuff. And then you take a look at their website and realize
the Wrangle model name,
the jailbreak,
They're nuts.
and it's just like, all right, they're living up to it.
They brought me out to the Chelsea Proving Grounds in Michigan, and it's like these complexes are huge. When you see like testing grounds for car manufacturers, they've got banked corners, they've got off-road courses, they've got straightaways that are just like, let's find out if it'll do 200. Like they don't give a fuck. It's nuts. And so we go out there, and we're just out there to run the new Hemi ramp because they're like, we brought the Hemi back.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool. And then you're like, what do we do? They're like, I don't know, go fuck around.
Hit his
Whatever
tabletop.
you
They
want.
legitimately made an autocross for the pickup trucks.
Oh,
And then they had a horseshoe. Okay, they had a horseshoe, and the curved end of the horseshoe was a banked corner, like a really banked corner, like a fucking NASCAR
you're
banked
like
corner.
a 1500.
Daddy likes.
Oh, better than that. They were like, you can take any of these trucks. I got in the biggest diesel fucking 3500, and I'm like, what's like the speed restrictions? They're like, the only rules here is if you go over 112 miles an hour, you have to wear a helmet.
You gotta put your seatbelt on.
You gotta put the drink down.
And they said, and they looked at me and they go, but we can't see you because you're over there. And I was like, sir, yes, sir. So you get in this thing, and I'm brake standing and brake torquing this thing, and just rip this diesel fucker up to 112 miles an hour, put it into a banked corner, and then just for shits, like, I wonder what it's like to stand on the brakes of this thing from 112.
Oh
and
my
I did.
God.
This was my video.
It was fine.
Wait,
And I was like,
so
yep,
that is
she
that
stops.
is.
What
I
about
need
the
to watch.
trailer?
I need to
Fucking
watch.
crazy.
How'd that go? It
was
what
the
is
best.
it? Was it very? It held itself together. You know.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. And then they were like, okay, now we want you to see like how these things off road and stuff. So they've got like these torturous off road sections in these like proving grounds. They're like the most vile shit. Like some sick fucks made these things. They're just like concrete things that are like you can tell someone was like, oh, you want me to try to break an oil pan? We'll try to break an oil
We'll give
pan.
Put
it a
these on the
shot.
beach in Normandy.
So they get me in this thing, and it's like in the woods, and there's like these crazy things. There's water crossings and stuff, and I'm like, dude, they're nuts. They're like unbelievable. And so I'm doing this shit, and like, I've done so much off-roading with like Bridgestone and Firestone and all these other companies and stuff, and like the rules are usually like don't scratch paint, don't pinstripe, like do your best.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys don't give a fuck. Like we went out there, and I was like, I mean, these two trees, like there's this vehicle, there's no way. They're like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. And you're like, just go through it, and they're like, yep. And then they're like, I want to carry a little more speed, and then it just bottoms out.
See if we can
And
push
I'm
down the
like,
redwood.
And they're like, see how that strut tower took it? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, they just let you do fucking, they're amazing. So that's the thing. What I love about Stellantis is I got to tell you, people do not stand by their products.
Video for everyone there. I was just kind of skimming through it. We can't bring it up because you
it's
have
fine.
a fit, but
The new Hellcat crack fiend.
Sorry, I forgot about that. But, like, dude, these guys are nuts.
1,000 horses.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Then they bring us out for so everyone's up in arms because they electrified the Challenger.
Yeah.
So they bring the Challenger back with a 6-pack. So they put the Hurricane engine in it.
Yeah.
They bring us to the tail of the Dragon. And they're just like, have fun. And I fucking, like, this thing's
Bottoms
huge. And, like, we just hustled the shit out of these things. And, best thing, Dodge CEO is at this event.
Oh, my
and
God.
he's like, we're all in this, like, little room, and he's presenting the car, and they're going through all this crazy stuff. And he goes, oh, by the way, guys, there's a lot of deer out there today. Just go through them. We'll make another car. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, this guy's the best.
They just might have become my favorite car manufacturer.
Like, I'm telling you, like, very few
Just go
people,
through
like,
them.
that's it. Matt McLaren, dude, this guy, dude, I love this guy. So good, so funny.
it looks like he's salt of the earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Brick by brick right there. That guy.
That's exactly it, man. Yeah, that's the room I was in. But like, that's the thing. You just can't believe some of these guys, and like, it's fun because they very much understand their customer. They understand the product. They understand what they're going for, and they know that they've got a bunch of hooligans on their hands.
Yeah.
And like, can you imagine if, like, I don't know, everyone's always fighting their reputations, like,
Right. They're whatever it is, or want to create their own reputation, right? Or just no, we're too prestigious for that.
and
We
they're
can't.
like, yeah, sometimes
it,
people
yeah.
do sideshows like this.
leaning
know
into
what
it.
to
Yeah,
tell you. Like,
yeah.
They're like, I guess we should make these cars harder to steal. Like,
It's right. It's
Pop it over the sideshow menu. There's
or when
the
it
brake
has,
lock.
or when something has drift mode, or what do you go, power brake mode, or just different stuff.
I
Just
didn't even
really
tell you.
just
They brought us to a fucking parking lot in a strip mall, and it was the drift
Oh, so they brought
course.
you to a sideshow.
And they let us drift. They let us drift. They were like, "Yeah, it can do all-wheel drive, but we're gonna put it in 2-wheel drive mode." And then, just tune it. And they let us just like we literally popped tires. and like, they are like, high five.
it's unbelievable.
Hey, good job.
I've been to like so
Unbelievable.
many events where like like I understand, like they're like, oh yeah, don't damage the car, or don't do this, or don't do that. Like Dodge is like, good fucking
Fuck it,
torture
we'll
test.
make more.
Let us. Fuck
We
it,
get him
we'll-
on the line right now.
I've never heard one of those guys say we'll make more. That was
Right.
the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Right. It's unbelievable. Ah, that's so good.
Dodge just went way
That's
up.
hilarious.
Just
That's
went way up in the
hilarious.
ranking.
You know, it's funny because we joke about that often. Of just like, wow, imagine
Guy's a
being
wild man.
Imagine being in those meetings, those design meetings, or their PR marketing plans. Like, yeah, more Coke and let's go. But it's
It really feels
Make
like
the
old
blower,
school
bring it on the
NASCAR
motor.
days. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get it. They get it.
yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
They're fun. Yeah. So so my relationship with these people is usually like, if they get me, I get them.
Yep.
And then that's kind of how it works.
Right, and you
So,
don't have to, pretend to just to get rid of that awkward shit.
Well, I
Here's
think
what
as-
I'm here to do.
As you grow up, you do tend to figure out that you're like, look, like it's always good to chase things, but like don't chase things that don't want you to chase them.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
for sure. For sure.
Chase things because you're trying to get better. You're kind of like, but like, we all face rejection everywhere all the time, and the auto industry is a really easy place as a journalist to like find some rejection, whether it's from like other peers or from just like, oh, they don't invite me to this thing. It's like, if you get upset every time you're not invited to something, you're gonna have a shitty fucking life.
I have
Oh my
somewhere
God, we'd have
around
such
this.
bad times.
I was gonna say somewhere around the studio, I have the politest "fuck you" I've ever received from Hyundai. I purposely saved the email because I'm like, you know what, this is fucking great. I think it's in one of the drawers over there.
That's
but
awesome.
it's such a good like. No,
you'll
no.
figure it out.
We don't need that.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful.
I have to go one from Monster. That was
Oh, you're right. That was another great one. Yeah, Monster.
Monster hit me with we don't think you would be a good fit.
Are you sure?
And I was like, you don't even know me.
You don't know what we
You're
bring
like,
to
you
the
had
table.
4 seconds to undo this email and you
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Ah,
I had a couple other questions or things that I've been thinking about. What is your favorite YouTube channel? What do you watch? Who do you watch?
God, such a good question. Okay, I don't watch much car content
Okay.
Because for two reasons. One, I'm a little sick of it. Two,
Understandably
I don't
so,
want to
yeah.
be influenced by my fellow influencers.
So I often think that there's certain things I either don't listen to because I don't want, even though like I know I'm not going to purposely plagiarize it, but
Yeah.
A seed could be planted and it could develop into a same opinion. But I don't. If I get there, I'm gonna get there naturally. and not-
Occasionally, like the lowest I'll go in that realm is like occasionally I'll drive a car that I was kind of uncertain about, and then I'll film it, get it all out, and then as I'm editing it, I might watch like Mark and Jack on Savage Geese and be like, I wonder what they thought. And then it's like, okay, cool, we're on the same page. But like that conversation happens naturally anyway at a lot of launch events because I'll have dinner with them anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like we'll drive the car and then we'll come back and have a chat.
But it also is a reassuring thing to something that you felt or noticed or like, I don't, it gets a little uneasy around whatever.
Well, it was like when we drove Integra Type S, I remember caning it on some mountain roads and coming back and talking to the Topher, and I was like, hey Chris, did you notice that like it's less tail happy than the Type R, like it's more planted? And he goes, absolutely. I'm like, okay, good, like I'm not crazy, because sometimes when you're doing suspension analysis like through your seat versus like I don't know any of the damper rates, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what they did, they won't tell me, so I have to feel it and then I have to go translate. But yeah, so that's the only time I use like maybe I'll use like a YouTube video like after the fact just to know like okay, am I on the right track or did I totally fucking miss the plot on this one? But I've learned to trust myself. I mean, that's very rare that I need to like
I was just saying, you've been doing it long enough where
mention,
you're pretty confident with how a
I just
car.
fucking disagree with people, and
Right,
I'm like, well,
for
that's
sure.
not what I felt.
For sure.
But anyway, my favorite YouTube channel is, it kind of stopped, but so it's called Becky and Chris, and it's this married couple. He's a like a radio neurologist or something, and she is like a graphic designer and photographer, and it's Becki and Chris, and they are like the most aesthetically pleasing videographers I've ever seen in my entire life. They did all these adventures together.
I think I've
he
seen
has a
them
Robinson
before.
44 he has an R44 helicopter, and they go on all these crazy adventures, and they stopped filming, but Becky has a new channel that I forget the name of, but I'm sure is linked within their thing. But they just did this incredible off-roading trip in Iceland, and like I just, as somebody who literally does this stuff, that some of the stuff that they do, I don't understand how they film it.
They make it look the way they do.
I just have so many questions because I'm like, how are you filming on this many cameras, the two of you, while participating on this event?
Doing the thing.
Just unbelievable.
Yep.
And I don't know how they do it. Because like when you look at like a Throttle House video, that's Thomas James, and then they've also got, and I feel really bad, Karsten and I forget their names. Oh my god, their crew is awesome, but they have like a sound guy and
there's
got
a
video
production
guy.
team,
and like it's a small team. It's just like the two guys, but like they do the stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I see Becky and Chris, it's like there's no one else there. It's just them, and it's like unbelievable. So that kind of stuff gets me all excited. Because it inspires me. I'm trying to find stuff that like actually inspires me.
Yep.
And Sid, who you probably know, she does One Hell of a Town. She started uploading very occasionally, but she did a video about the 911 turbo shoot. That's actually my friend Evan's car with the alien suit.
Yep.
Like from the movie, and she was like Sigourney Weaver and did that whole thing. And I was just like so enveloped in that little story. And I hope Sid makes more of those, because I'm always fascinated by like how photographers set up stuff that's so elaborate and ridiculous that you're like, I feel so lazy because I would like, it's a fun idea, but like it sounds like an idea you have when you're high. And then
Right.
go to bed.
Here, let's take this 911, build a xenomorph, and
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But she like really follows through on this stuff. And also, I don't know, I just think that's the coolest thing. So I'm usually looking for something that's so far beyond my aesthetic capabilities because it inspires me. And then I will fight like hell to try to do it for a little while. And then that always fails. But it's just so cool to see when people like actually know how to take a vision and bring it straight to camera.
Yep.
That's unbelievable to me.
Are there any obscure channels you like to watch? Obviously not car related, anything,
No, I think I've become one of those old people that like, I'm just like, oh, I'm not staying up to watch Kimmel, so I'll watch the monologue when I
right. Okay.
YouTube,
The catch up. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a TV guy. Like I
Okay.
love television. So I have Karsten and Harrison. Sorry, Harrison. I forgot your name. My bad. like I rewatch shows constantly. So like my this is where I become a bro, because I'm like Archer, Bob's Burgers, American Dad are like the 3 that are like always in circulation that like just need to be in my. That's what I fall asleep to every night.
Yeah.
But then I watch literally everything else just because I have time.
Fair.
And I'm a night owl.
Archer, great show.
Yeah, 100%.
Amazing show.
So good.
Lately I've been just watching, I say highlights, right, of like The Office.
Yeah.
And it's just like these montages of, you know, Michael Scott's greatest quotes. I don't know. It's a 20-minute video. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put that on. I watched it. And it's just, it reminds me, and it's funny the entire way through. And there we are.
Absolutely. I haven't been watching like much YouTube though. Like I feel like once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, I used to love this. Why don't I? And I think I just need to rediscover like my place in YouTube as a viewer.
Yeah, for sure. Because you probably look at it as it's your livelihood.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like to not look at it in that manner and just enjoy it is a different step.
Well, plus like to be a creator who's making your money off like your living is that it can feel competitive to watch other car content.
Yeah, for sure.
Because either someone got a car you didn't, or like that you wanted, or you're like, oh man, I wish like the way sometimes the way somebody says something, the way they wrote something is so impressive to me. And I'm like, fuck, like that's such good writing.
Yeah.
Because everything I do is off the dome. Like, and that,
Yeah.
And once in a while I don't give I'm constantly not giving myself enough credit for what I do. I usually am like hating on myself completely. So sometimes I'll watch an old video and I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I don't get it. It's just like this regurgitated thing that occurs in real time. But it's the same way, like you might be at a dinner table with people and you like tell some jokes and you're like, where did I come up with that? Like you,
right,
if you try,
it's
just on the fly. It just is what it is. So, you know, in that regard, I get, as you can tell here, I've been probably fucking talking for an hour and 40 minutes. So
no, it's perfect. It's exactly like we're here for you. We're here for you. Yeah. You know, you can vent all you want.
Yeah.
Cover anything we want.
Exactly. But like that's the thing. Watching car content when it's fun and joyous is great. Watching car content when it feels competitive is not. I guess if that
makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And like I don't really feel that way most, like 99% of the time, but occasionally you're like, oh, that was so good.
Well, yeah, it's because you have pride in what you do. You're passionate about it, so of course, right? There's in competition's okay. You 100%. Know, it just but again, gets the fire going. Yeah, essentially.
Just like earlier, when you said like you don't think Audi's ever finished a car, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's
literally, right, that's a perfect,
it's
yeah.
the best it's always ever been worded. That happens to me all the time when I'll read or hear something and be like, I can't fucking believe I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's exactly the moment. Like, they haven't ever finished a car.
Because I can hear it up here, but I didn't have the words to put it that way. And then you say it that way. I'm like, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you don't think Audi's ever finished a car. It's like, that's one sentence covers the whole thing. Unbelievable.
I think the Topher's Prelude title was something like, don't judge a car by its coverage. And I was like, oh my God.
Knocked it out of the park.
I was like, I hate you so much. That's so good.
It's a perfect one.
Yeah.
Is there a couple cars, one car in particular that you're trying to get right now that you're like, ooh, I really want to get into that thing?
I'm on the wagon right now. I have what I need. Everything's cool. I need to buy a house. Like, and that's the thing. The problem is like I've done the thing where like I've properly saved and I've got what I need and like I just need to find the place and do it and then be ballsy enough to like follow through.
Yep.
So now it doesn't matter how much money there is in the bank. None of it is for anything but the house. Mm-hmm. And that's why I haven't gone and done really, oh God, like McGovern would allow me to just really do some dumb shit. Like, because Boston Motorsports always has like, you know, cool Lamborghinis or great Ferraris or Porsches or just like oddball shit that like, I'm positive that if I was like, hey, so like, what if I just like bought and sold these in rapid succession? They'd be like, we'll take care of you. Like they probably would hook it up in a way that would allow me to do that. But I don't want to ask that question because I'll do it. So don't reach out to me.
I do not want to know.
But like, I basically like live, like, I think because of the house desire, it's more like it's like just living poor. Because all that money needs to go to that. There's no money for toys. I bought the toys. The Lexus was already kind of ridiculous because I didn't need that. But I wanted it. So I did do that. And I think like I got 10 grand off MSRP and that holds value pretty well.
There was certainly due for
that
sure.
Was fine.
Yeah.
10 grand MSRP, so
That was because I
That's what I'm
didn't want
talking
to.
about.
I didn't want to buy it. I wanted it, but I didn't want to buy it.
Yeah.
So I went in and I said it was like a $66,000 truck. I was like, I'll give you 55 for it, and they were like, no, and I was like, okay, and I left. I was like, oof.
Thank
close.
God.
Almost had to spend 55
I
grand.
just saved myself
Yeah, and-
$55,000.
And then I got in the car. They fucking called me in my car in the parking lot. I came back in there like 56. I'm like, son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Throw
And
the floor mats in.
I was like, you sons of bitches.
give me a hat. Well,
And so, yeah, I bought the fucking thing. I went back and bought it. And there's a longer story to that, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe they
what a
just did
strong opening.
that.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, 11 grand off. You're like,
They basically paid you 10 grand. To
They
buy
had
it.
like 36 on the lot.
Oh, well, yeah.
And
so
it was
that's
it was 23, so it was the last of those V8s,
Yeah.
and so they needed those gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, I can move
couldn't
one right now
believe
for
it.
you.
Like we both know there's another one coming.
Yep.
And these are gonna sit forever.
Forever. They're all white on. Like, and, like, it was great. It was great. So it was funny, and then I bought it and I loved it, and it's like my favorite. It's probably my favorite car I own. I fucking love that GX.
Which is,
How
I
much
was
you
going
like
to
the,
say, it's,
I like
Lexus.
my LX so much. It's 20 years old.
It's the best
More
thing
than
ever.
that, and it's the best truck.
Mine
Mine
cheapest
is
car you
also
own.
basically 20 years old. It's just that it
it's
was
the same
made
truck
in
forever.
2023.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah. So yeah, there's nothing I'm jonesing for. If I was, the thing is, I think, all right, if I were in the market, I would probably start hunting for like 90s Hondas or something like that. Like,
Attaboy.
okay.
um,
yeah.
or I'd go buy like what's funny is I love it when everyone thinks that all these exotic or wild, like, bring a trailer, like, oh, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 cars. Oh, I wish I could have it. It's like, buddy, go drive a 1983 Prelude. You're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like that. And so you get in that and then you're thinking, oh man, like how much would I spend for a Prelude? You get like the nicest 83 Prelude on the planet for like $8,500. And you're like, oh, I could do that. Like, that's okay.
It's feasible and fun. It's a fun number, not a number that you're scared of.
I was at WPI yesterday because their motorsports club invited me to come talk.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I
And-
wanted to ask how that
I'm
was.
always curious about like what do these kids drive? Nothing's affordable. Like if I wasn't like a working human being who has like worked for his whole life and I was starting out with student debt
Yep.
while I'm spending it and then like maybe working an internship just to like buy some beer once in a while, like what would I be driving? Like
Right.
there's no cheap cars anymore. But what's funny is there are, because they're driving the same shit we drove. They're all driving NA
It's
Miatas
just-
and E36s
Yeah.
and
Praise God.
C4 Corvettes, and it's just
look at these boys. Look at the Miatas out
Yeah.
there.
Oh, they were getting after it.
dude,
Mark
they're driving
IV.
just
Mark forward with a
straight-
giant front lip. Look
Yep.
at that.
Miata guys, dude.
It never dies. Like they're all driving the same cars I drove in like
36.
2006.
It really is like
Same.
it's hilarious.
That's crazy.
This guy's sitting on a gold mine right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, his investment account. That's his master's degree.
That's his baby.
It's to
Oh
pay
my
off the
God,
college
dude.
tuition.
Yeah,
Wow,
those-
that's really cool.
they were really funny, and they're all just as like ridiculous as we were. Because like I go up and it's like their general body meeting, and so they start with like a slide, and it just says, "Okay, let's just take a couple housekeeping matters first." Comes up and it's just like, "Okay, so days since last accident. Anybody? All right, cool. We're still rolling." Like,
Someone's
Days
got a
last
GR.
accident.
Is that a GR?
How was your talk? What was it based off of? Was there
I-
something in targeting a particular topic?
so it's funny because I always ask like, "Okay, do you want me to like prepare something? Like, what do you want?" They're like, "No, anything." And I'm like, "Oh God, now I don't know what to do." Like,
Right, it's almost- yeah.
It's too amorphous, and I panic. So anyway, I get there and I just introduce myself, tell them what I did, and then I try to focus it more around like a career, like because I had like an illustriously weird career up until YouTube. So I try to just show them like whatever you're doing now might not be what you do forever.
Right,
And don't get
there's no-
stuck somewhere. Do what you want. Find a weird path. Like, don't be afraid. Like, now's a good time to start experimenting and figuring some shit out. Because like if you get too locked in, like everyone, I know so many people who are so like, oh well, I'm gonna follow A, B, C, D and do that path. But then when like C dropped out, they're like, what the fuck, and they fall apart. Like you got to be able to roll with shit.
Yeah, and you also, again, there's a lot of outside circumstances. You could be smitten with an industry, and suddenly it's not there.
Absolutely.
Something could change drastically,
When I
and we as people change drastically over time, especially going from high school, college age to, middle-aged men.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing I told, like, I think as like millennials, we are the most obvious generation of like, we didn't grow up. We are Peter Pan motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah, for sure. I still play video games.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, now I say that is that I don't think it's lack of maturity. It's just, well, that's what I did then and I liked it.
Yeah.
So why can't I do that now? Now I'm an adult. I can do this as long as I
I
want.
can stay up as late as I want.
Right, exactly.
And I think I know more cool parents than I ever knew were possible. Like,
For fucking sure.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I know for a fact, like my parents are cool, they're great, but they're not us. Like,
Yeah, for sure,
that's
for sure.
not,
Totally
like,
different.
It's so different, and like the expectations and the understanding, and it's so weird because like despite the world being like such a chaotic shithole, when you actually are one-on-one with people and you're like, oh fuck, being a parent kind of blows something. Like, I'm not a parent, but like I've heard my parent friends talk like this to each other.
Yeah.
And they're like, this kind of fucking sucks. You're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so refreshing.
Things oftentimes, and again, this is probably just me for a lot of this stuff, but spend a lot of time worrying and thinking about, again, exterior stuff and things that we want to protect the kids from that we necessarily didn't have, you know?
I think that's a good point.
From the age of 11 and a half, 12, I was on my BMX bike and gone
100%.
all day.
Yep.
Never even thought of potential crazy stuff that could happen.
No.
Certain things existing, right?
Well, and the funny thing is it always existed.
Exactly. And now the problem is it can reach them in their home.
Yes.
That's the part that it's like, because of that, you think about, well, even more.
Well, I used to have to go places to get bullied.
right,
You can't
exactly.
get bullied at the house.
You had to show up there.
Right, that's a very good
I
point.
keep it here. It's
Right,
ready
it's
to
there.
bully
Yeah,
me
yeah.
in my
I
pocket
was gonna say
any
you
second
can
of the
read all the
day.
hate you want in about 30 seconds.
Fucking
Right.
wild. So like, I don't know.
You should have to go to the mall.
Yeah.
Be like, man, that was mean. But
Yeah.
like it's just nuts how quickly you can figure out like someone didn't invite you to something,
Right,
or
that
someone
stuff.
just straight up said something to you or whatever. It's like, dude, like this is what I mean when I'm like, go to the woods, like
Right.
get out, man.
Yeah.
Like go places where you aren't looking at a phone. That's what I love about driving. Is because I'm not looking at my phone when I'm driving. Actually, I like to go out and just enjoy the car. And like there are not all the time I want to be out in my car, but like when I am, it is an actual therapy because I'm like disconnected from the world and I'm only focused on playing this instrument that I'm driving. Like that's it.
Yeah. It's the break away from devices in general. And again, you know, we're on a podcast right now that is on YouTube and phones and everybody's audio, whatever. So like there's benefits to it for sure that we enjoy, but it's okay to break away drastically because if you live in that, you know, world.
You have to commit to it though. Like,
oh, for sure.
Even like, so I deleted all the dating apps off my phone because I was realizing I'm like, this is the return on investment here is really low. This is bad. And since literally like 2 weeks since I did that, I like organically met like a person that I was like, this is really fun. Now I don't know if that's gonna be anything or whatever.
Right, but it's still
I'm like, oh my God, when was the last time a person walked through a door and you were like, damn? And then you chatted them up and you were like, this is going somewhere.
Right.
Like, that was so fucking cool. And it's like a very different experience than being like, great, meet me at, that restaurant. And then you're like, hey, oh yeah, no, yep, cool. And then you're like,
it's me from the phone.
Yeah, it's me from the phone. And I'm like, God, I am such a person that like thrives on organic vibes.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing I'm like, oh, why do I hate everyone I meet? Because I'm meeting them through a phone and I'm like having to do this like fucking dog shit scheduling exercise with them before. And I'm like, dude, I quit corporate America. Why do I do this?
Right. Why am I looking at basically a spreadsheet when I'm trying to date somebody? Yeah.
So it's like, and then it's like, you know, you're overlooking the fact that you're spending so much effort and energy and driving somewhere, parking somewhere, doing like all this stuff. By the time you're done, you're like, he was okay.
Yeah.
I think as humans, that's the way, organic. That's the way it should be, right?
And all of it, it's like, I look at Instagram way too much in a day.
I agree.
Consistently every single day say, ignore the 1 hour limit you've set for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
It pops up and you're like, who said that?
Yeah, you're like, not today. It's not for today. So that's pathetic. And I think, I'm trying to cultivate more experiences. And the thing is, like, I'm really, for the car culture, I want to do more stuff with my cars. I don't drive my cars enough. And I'm talking to everybody who's got cars, and very few of them are putting miles on them. We're all kind of like, I got it. Then what?
Right. What's the end game with that thing?
I'm not going to shit on someone for a garage queen. It's like, if it's your baby and you want to wipe it with a diaper, go for it. But like, I just think like I bought my cars because I wanted to be out in the world and doing stuff.
I was going to say, what made you love that car? Oh, I loved this, and that. Well, you're not doing any of that.
Yeah. And then you realize you're like, all I'm doing is looking at Instagram.
Of the car that I already own.
Right. Yeah, it's a very good point.
I'm having a hard time when people say, oh, do you have any photos of your 911? I'm like, ugh. They're so far back now because I haven't driven it. And
Taking them out.
Yeah.
It's like, it'll come out once or twice and like, then it goes back. So, yeah, I don't know. We got off the topic because of the kids and the.
No, it's okay.
But
But
that's the thing. I can't even like stay on a fucking stream of thought because my brain is so tied to this crap.
Right.
And I don't know how kids, like, I don't know how like your kids, I mean, your kids are like a little older, but like anyone who's like 12 right now, good luck.
my daughter's 8, so that's where our, for lack of a better term, pain point is.
Well, it's tricky too because you're like telling them like don't smoke while dad smokes because you're staring at your screen too.
That and, speaking out of both sides of my mouth. And what I mean by that is, well, all of her friends are on there, and that's how they communicate. So how can I take that away when I want her to be more social, etc.? So and it's just like, it's good because her school friend group is on there, but at the same time, we get into this. My wife let me know yesterday. She's like, "Oh, hey, I deleted these apps," and I'm like, "Good, that's great. I think that's a good thing."
Yeah.
And there's other ways for her to communicate, which is nice, but we do want her to be not a hermit. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
It's so don't tell them about the internet.
That's doesn't exist.
Works so far.
Bring communes back.
It's ways for a communicate. Smoke signals.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
Yeah.
Rotary phone.
Living off the land.
Yeah.
Josh has been on this kick of the Golden Road.
Oh, I was going to invite him.
The Golden Road.
The Golden Road.
Have you not heard about
I don't
this?
know that.
Oh, fuck
right.
yes.
We got another hour. We got another hour.
Let's go.
Okay, so this is probably 4 weeks running, but it's new because you're new to it. Josh is,
This is why we invited you. Now we're going to corner you.
I'm so fucking excited.
and to be fair, I had no clue what it was till Josh brought it up. Did you?
No. I still don't think it's real.
So it's a road in Maine.
Okay.
It's like a logging road that goes from
Willanocket, something like that.
okay. Millinocket to Willinocket, Maine, into like Canada.
Yeah.
Canadian border, basically.
I think I did this road.
Son of a bitch.
I did this road.
Okay.
I think I did this road.
It's about 90 miles,
I may have
roughly.
run from the cops on this road.
Perfect. We need a guide.
It's it's a private road. So it's, again, like Corey was saying, logging road, but private road owned by a paper company.
Okay, I don't know that I was on a private road. But
Okay.
I'm definitely in that area going.
Probably there's going to definitely be
I
similar
drove from
roads.
Rangeley up to Canada. that
Okay.
day.
And there's most likely, obviously, many different ways to go, right? But this goes through, I don't know if it's Acadia. I can't remember the actual
This one's golden.
portion of it. But along the road, there's a couple stops where you actually have to pay like $15 to drive the road. It's entirely dirt with maybe a couple exceptions. Supposedly you have some pavement there and a couple bridges, obviously. But I want to do this road. It looks super cool. Like, and the plan will be to.
And it looks like the kind of off-roading my GX is made for.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm gonna stop for a coffee on the way.
So the debate has been, and a few people have reached out to me after the fact that said they've done the road or done portions of the road. Chuck is of the mindset, it's 90 miles. We'll be able to do that in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude.
And then some people were like, actually, you need about a day and a half to do it because it's such washboard. It's slow. You kind of want to look at things.
I don't need to look at things.
It's like 20 miles an hour
Those guys
most of the
obviously
time.
are Lexus off-road guys.
Yeah. Stock Bridgestone duelers.
All right, yeah. So I was right. Yeah, Millinocket essentially.
Yeah, Millinocket.
Andy Millinocket.
Yes.
But that is going to happen again because I'm a big Ranger guy. This I say late spring, summer is probably when it's going to happen, something like that. We'll clue you in for sure. I want to go up there first by myself, or maybe with Shook or something like that, and do a little reconnaissance just to make sure what we're getting into. I don't think it's too crazy. It's by no means a giant level 4 off-road thing, right? But
it's fun.
I'd like to, especially when we invite people and people want to come, like, oh yeah, here's what we're going to do. Here's kind of the itinerary. Here's what you're going to need. Because I plan on camping on there. Chuck was going to try to bring his side-by-side and just rip it in about an hour and a half.
Seems like something I would have heard from like Noah Khan.
Yeah.
He didn't make a song about this?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll send the invite to him as well.
And then the
That
best
looks like
part,
his album cover.
off of this road, there's a bunch of offshoots, obviously top to bottom.
Looks like a pond.
Different
up there.
places to camp, right? You can get to that pond by taking another small little trail.
I might sleep
take
in
the
Lexus.
kayak.
Sleep right over there.
We could cross that water.
Handful of different things. My thought is I'm going to put a tonneau cover on the Ranger and sleep inside the bed.
Oh, so I have a follow up to that.
Okay.
Now that you brought that up.
I'm bringing
Yep.
a fucking tent, dude. I'm just gonna sleep in a tent.
I may end up putting a tent in the back of the bed. I don't know yet.
Yeah, Lex is an apartment.
Yeah.
That's true. I could just sleep in the LX.
So
Yeah, that's very true.
some questions were raised about you sleeping in the bed
Yeah.
under the tonneau cover.
Yeah.
They were raised by Blake.
And my wife, she was questioning.
He wants to know
Don't let them hold you
how
back.
you're in it. How do you close the tonneau cover?
You just slide it.
Just roll it.
It
Okay.
depends which one I get,
How
but
do
you
you-
could slide it, you could roll it.
How do you close the tailgate?
Tailgate's already closed.
He hops in, gate closed.
Yeah, you
Dude,
leave
so
the
you're
tonneau
gonna
cover
lay
open.
down-
It's like a steel coffin.
So you're
No,
laying
you
down-
get bed's already closed, right? I'm gonna hop
Okay.
on that bumper, hop in the bed,
Okay.
start to get situated, and then I can just exactly steel coffin, close
Just roll
myself
it,
in like
close
the
it,
Undertaker.
locks.
Yeah,
And we
I
leave
just-
without you the next day.
The visual in my mind of like trying to like, or you're laying down, you get the tonneau cover, but then the tailgate.
trying to close the tailgate.
So,
So-
you got to put the tonneau cover up, close the tailgate, and then you're like, okay, how am I going to get the tonneau cover
I
closed?
still might take the Ram with the trailer and the side by side.
My biggest advice for camping is get a headlamp. Like,
Yep.
Life changing.
No, it's funny. My mother-in-law bought me one for Christmas.
It's the
What
best
a,
thing.
what a
It's-
gift.
I keep it right in the truck.
What a
It's
woman.
Fantastic.
USB chargeable.
Come on.
Done.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got one on my. Never mind.
I like Golden Road.
I'm here for it. There was a
gonna do
handful
it.
of people who reached out. Our revival head of security, Big Ian,
We
since
should
he's
prepare
down.
too much. We should get like I
That's
want
the-
to have like jerry cans like on the side of my
Oh, dude.
GX. Like I want to. They're like, buddy,
Right,
We
right.
got we
400
can
mile
invest in
range.
these trucks.
We're going on an expedition. This is
oh the hat game. I'm gonna wear
Oh my
some
god,
wild-
I'm going
Oh,
cowboy
yeah.
hat.
yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
bringing bear spray for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because you just dropped the man on the Golden Road at any
Right.
part,
Look at this.
and you
Look at
just-
this.
That looks good. No washboarding.
So I was told. Oh, so if going in, let's call it the dry season,
Okay.
highly suggested.
This is August, so we're
Yeah, we don't want to go mud season.
You got to leave a good 30 to 40 yard
What's
buffer in
fine?
between cars because the dust is so bad you can't see the person in front of you.
So what do you think would be like the weakest car that might come? Like of the people you've talked about this with? Like
Probably when I do it in my 1 Series.
Yeah, I don't think the road is anything, obscurely treacherous that like
That's
the
what-
average car can't do it.
I was gonna bring my Pajero, but I'm pretty sure it would fall apart somewhere. Because it is a Mitsubishi.
I heard the washboard so far. Everybody's saying that's the worst
That's why I
part
think the Lexus is the
because
move.
it's an
yeah.
extended period of time, and
I
you're
did
just
hear that there's a Pajero guy at the end of the Golden Road. He's got-
Son of a bitch.
That's actually like the
That's-
treat at the end. They're
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a Hauser. You got a Pajero guy out here.
He's actually Canadian, and he's just staring at you, going, "Hey,
Oh, got a Pajero
another
there,
Pajero, eh?" See
We
the
finally
dust trail, right?
We finally get some headlights,
Yep.
or taillights in this case. Yeah, I don't know.
It would
That's
be
interesting.
so much fun with so many just ill-equipped friends we know to go on this Golden Road.
That's it, right? We gotta, and that's why I
And we're
kind
gonna,
of.
you can camp. They don't care.
You pay the $15, you find it. Yeah, it's
Yeah, wherever you want.
basically what's it called?
I'm gonna get a big tree hammock.
There's a
Tree hammock
particular camping word. I can't remember the name of it.
Pitch and tent.
No, it means when you can go into different
Free
public
range?
land or private. Yeah, basically free range camping.
So you can camp wherever you want.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds nice.
I,
We could put a fire. I got a flat top. I got a Blackstone, portable Blackstone.
Oh no, there's
Make some
we
chopped
gotta
cheeses
get
out
some
there?
stuff sorted for sure.
Here's the thing, though. What you've done is you've chosen a location that's obscure and silly, and it's enough of a reason for you to get in your car to go see whatever it is.
That's exactly
and
it.
no matter what it is, you've already won.
That's exactly it. Right. The gift is the adventure.
I
That
just
will
want to get in and drive.
partake.
I'm gonna bring 100 kielbasa's and just sell them to you guys.
we have a whole economy in this
It's
fucking road.
It just
and the people are
Trade me a
driving by.
pack of Marlboros for a kielbasa.
it's on a trade route. Right. Yeah, it's a private road trade route now at this point. Who's got the cigs?
What
We
do you got in
sell
the
it
truck?
cigs.
Nothing. Certainly no one cooks sausage.
I have a Diet Coke. Would anyone like a cold Diet Coke?
How much are you willing to pay for
You
that?
trying to part with that Diet Coke?
It's a whole system.
I think we could.
We're making
I want
fucking
your tire inflator.
Golden Road hooch. Is
How
it?
far is it from? It's 5 hours from here.
It's 5 hours.
5 hours from here. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a journey to even get
To,
there.
right to get there, it's the trek of Maine. You know, that's for us. Let's
It
see.
would turn
Probably,
into Burning Man so fast.
Oh my god.
No currency. You're just trading
Yeah.
a tire inflator for a hamburger.
We're like, people find us. We're like down to like rags,
It's-
and there's like Diet Coke cans
Just
crumbled up.
Lord of the Flies.
How
I
long
was
have
just
you
gonna
been
say,
here?
Yeah,
48 hours.
We've been thinking about eating a dead kid.
How'd he die? We hit him with a
I
Diet
haven't seen the
Coke.
light of day. He took my Diet Coke.
Good Lord.
The washboard and the loggers, you know, truck driving loggers, they're, I guess, you know, they don't give a shit who you are. They're just going to keep on trucking.
I bet they've got things to trade.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sure they
dude.
do. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, those dirty bastards.
Lots of
Oh my
trade
God.
secrets.
They're like, you
there.
got a pretty face. Where are you camping?
Those
That's a
dudes will
pretty set of
trade.
tooth.
They will trade anything.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the plan. And you know, you're more than welcome.
I like
I
that.
think it'd
It
be
makes me feel better that you didn't know about the road either. 'cause
No.
He's
I
talking
thought
about,
I did, but I
he's
didn't.
talking about this like it's just like
Yeah, it's a national monument.
this Golden Gate Bridge. It's
I know
like,
some-
it's like I'm crazy for not knowing about it.
I know some Maine people. I'll ask around and see if this is known or if this is like,
Yeah, see what the
What's the
Mainers
deal?
think.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hit you with you don't go there.
No.
no.
It's the old Skid Row of Maine.
So do we get to the end and camp and then drive back the next day? Are we camping halfway?
I don't know if there's a camp spot on the end that would
The whole
potentially.
thing looked like a camp spot. to be honest.
Honestly,
I thought I
right?
said
It's
a free
almost
range.
like we'll find a spot. There's because again, there's trails that go off it. Now the only problem is, I also understand some of those trails that go off said road, not exactly 1 Series friendly. Then it gets a little
That's when we're bringing the tow rope.
Yeah.
the old kinetic
The
rope.
old
Drag 'em up.
Yeah.
Drag 'em out.
I think you could do a little series. You could rent something from like Enterprise or Hertz or something.
I'm gonna
Drive it out
buy
there
a
and back.
roof tent.
Yeah.
Which rental company are you okay with being banned from?
Or like Enterprise, someone
I
like
don't go
that.
I don't know.
Enterprise. Get me a nice Suburban.
It was what was it? Yeah, it was Enterprise that I rented the Pacifica for the Texarkana.
Oh, a minivan would be so great to
That's
do it.
honestly a really good idea. You can fit so much shit
We
in the
could-
Pacifica.
that
You'd
could
be
be-
just me sleeping.
That could be part of the thing. You have to rent a mini. Everybody rents the same minivan, and it's just a line of 20 minivans.
This is
just
the thing, though. I do think that if Chrysler goes under, which like they have nothing right now, like this is bad. Like they're in dire straits. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna be like screaming while getting dragged to jail by just producing a Hellcat
Pacifica?
for
Oh
like,
my
for
God.
like for like 3 months.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And there's
Pacifica Crack Fiend
That's
edition.
the final one. Oh my goodness.
I'll
What
buy
a,
one.
What a fun time that would be. I forgot where I was going with that.
Golden
Shit.
Road, Maine?
Golden Road, Maine. I can't remember.
Are we
you
gonna
were gonna
go
rent
in?
a car.
Oh, that's what it was.
Pacifica.
Oh, I was
Sorry,
concerned.
I have-
No. I was.
My guy.
I got unlimited mileage, right, with the Pacifica, but I'm kind of like, well, we just put fucking 5,000 miles on this thing, so
Yeah,
yeah,
but
nobody said a squeak. All right, cool.
They don't care.
I'm sure they
They
wouldn't
didn't
mind. A
fucking write it down.
Little Golden Road dust, nobody care. Yeah, nothing. We're gonna make that happen. Any closing
The
thoughts?
first gen Touareg, a good off roader.
We're gonna find out on the Golden Road.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I think probably. I mean,
There's some, although I don't
It's
see
probably
that many.
fine. I don't know. It's got ground clearance. That's all you need.
It's similar to the Cayenne. A lot of people use those.
I don't think that makes it good.
Cayenne's pretty capable.
Usable,
All right,
usable.
Good. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna love you out there.
I think I thought I had a closing thought, but I forgot it.
There's
That's perfect.
Fucking gone.
That's perfect.
there's a
You,
theory.
you just pulled an Audi.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
It
happened.
was almost good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost good. There's a theory that at the time that these manufacturers were building these full-size SUVs. They didn't know what they were building them for. So, like, the first-gen Cayenne, they thought they were building, like, this off-road capable going, and then they realized it's not what they were building it for. And
Also,
then
it might be
gen,
mega capable, the first one is what you're thinking.
Yeah, so that's they built it to be this thing that no one wanted it to be and no one used it for. So then the second gen came along, and like, oh, we just need to get someone to the mall.
Yeah.
We don't need to get them down a trail. We need to get them to the mall.
Right. We don't need these gigantic upper and lower control arms. We don't need this stout stuff.
So the second gens, it's like tapered off and there's a lot more comfort and
little teeny weeny stuff on that thing.
But the first gens is supposed to be great. I mean,
Dobbins. What's Dobbins have?
He's the first gen Touareg.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you've got people building their entire companies around like outfitting these vehicles to be these mega off-roaders.
The Porsche Cayenne Overland market in general now is gigantic. But like the Porsche Cayenne Overland community and market for that stuff, it's crazy. Again, Porsche tax applied to off-road, applied to people just want to spend money.
Part of the Lexus off-road community, bud. Don't worry about stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a guy at my gym that's got a lifted GX 470 or 460, and he's got the traction plates and like a shovel on his roof rack and stuff. And I'm like, oh, so fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
And I want them, but I don't go anywhere. And I know that I'm just going to put big tires and a fucking shovel on my roof.
Throw a little ladder on that thing.
The stuff I've been looking at, the stuff I've been looking at outfitting the Ranger with to go to and from work is crazy.
Loony.
I think if I have any closing thoughts, is try to do the thing that your thing was made for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a great
solid.
closing
That's
thought.
a
really
very
don't do
good.
that very often.
Yeah. Use it for what it was made for.
I was talking to the WPI kids about that yesterday, where they were like, what do you suggest to like modify a car? I'm like, why are you modifying the car? Like, really, why? Because if it's for performance, then like, what performance are you trying to gain from it? Like, and every time you add something else is going to show up as a weak link. You know, you put stickier tires. Okay, well now suddenly like that sway bar is not really doing the thing you thought it was going to do, and you got to figure that out. Maybe you get some big brakes. Okay, well now you're like braking late and doing all this stuff, and you're realizing like the car it's over braked.
Stops too fast.
And then you're like, cool, now we just like lock up every fucking time. Or you add a bunch of power and you're like, cool, now we like can't do a single hot lap without overheating this thing.
Yeah.
And then you upgrade the cooling system, but then your oil starts overheating because your cooling system can go longer than your oil, but now you've got like it's just this like trickle down effect
of spiral.
like, you're kicking the can and finding new things. So that's all I got.
That's it. Yes, you're right.
You are a bright spot in our crazy world. I truly appreciate your time. Again, appreciate you coming to hang out with us. It's always fun. Love your opinions. Love your channel. Everybody go to YouTube. Find him at Tedward Drives. Go subscribe. You're pushing. You're getting up there, buddy.
Getting there.
Love
Numbies.
that. That's
Big
great.
numbies.
That's
Big
great.
old numbies.
Huge numbies.
So we hope you continue. Obviously, this is what you're doing, right? And continue it as long as you can. Push it as far as you can. So we support you. And again, glad you're coming to hang out with us. So
And this is the best. It's like one of the weird days where I'm not just talking to myself in a car.
Same.
People.
again, reminds, right, us people are there. So thank you very much, everybody who's listening, tuning in, all that good stuff. We will be back next week with a kind of catch-up episode. Yeah, kind of a catch-up episode.
I won't be here.
Okay, good.
Sponsored
Fair
by
enough.
Heinz.
That works because we have a guest the following week, so that'll work.
Yes.
Okay, you here for that?
Nope.
25th?
No, I was like I said, I know.
Pretty sure I get back Thursday.
Okay,
Wait. Yes.
okay. The guest is, funny enough, we kind of, well, we didn't.
Lock them in now.
The guest is going to actually be my 19-year-old son because he has a decent amount of money in his bank account and he needs to purchase a car.
Oh boy, this is gonna be the best.
I told him
man.
Money is awesome.
I told him to pick 5 cars.
Well,
I didn't.
Trip just got extended.
I'm looking forward to this one.
I didn't suggest.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
What
Yeah,
or
I'll
what
be
not
here.
he should get. I told him, hey, you pick your 5. Last time he told me his cars that he's been looking at.
Oh, dude.
Oh, don't tell anybody yet. We can't have people know. We can't have.
Let's
them
just
know.
say unbelievable selections.
Ridiculous.
And my question is, what the fuck are you thinking? So
cannot wait for
I'm hoping he really pushes it in that direction as well. So we're going to have him here in a couple weeks. That will be the 25th. Next week, we're going to have a topic / catch-up episode. But again, thank you everybody for tuning in, listening, all that good stuff. Tedward, as always, thank you very much. That's it from us.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Later.
BuyMotoring.com, support the BVB. Later.
Say hi to your mother for me.